Hello, everyone, and welcome in once again. It's time for Hockey Night in the PD. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethea, and we're ready to kick off this Powers Properties pregame show as the Danbury Hat-Tricks in town for the second of 3 in a row here at Florence Center. Happy New Year, everybody. The last time we talked to you, it was New Year's Eve, and tonight, 2 in a row, perhaps, maybe 3 on a weekend set here, Joanne, against a Danbury team that had a long way to travel, lost on New Year's Eve, but each team's had a day off and, well, maybe a day to recover from whatever New Year's Eve was for them. But you know what? Friday, Saturday, back-to-back. And, I mean, the only thing on the mind right now, this PD IceCats team is coming out with another win.
Well, it was nice for the IceCats, you get 2 wins in a row. They're kind of coming out of that slump, and they came out powerful. If you look at the first period, they were taking almost 3 times the amount of shots that Danbury was, and over the whole game, they took double the amount of shots, which is something that you've probably, if you've listened to the broadcast, heard us talk about all season, about the guys taking the opportunities that they had, and they seem to do that against Danbury, so hopefully they continue that tonight.
Well, and they came out with a mission in that first period. You could tell they wanted to shoot the puck. Didn't end up scoring any goals in the first, but then all of a sudden they kind of got the ball rolling, and once that momentum was going, the team looked like things were just kind of going their way, right? I mean, you're shooting the puck, good things happen, guys are scoring goals, and also, you only give up 1. That's a great winning formula.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Gonzalez was absolutely on the money. He had a save percentage of, I think, like 96%. So he was playing the game of his life, but so was Kyle Penton. He was doing, I think 90%. And so you saw a lot of shooting and also a lot of goal saving. So overall, I thought it was a very solid game, honestly, from both teams, but we just happened to be a little bit better.
The one question that we kept asking, and we never really got our answer to, was it going to get more physical?
Yes.
There were times where it looked like it was going to, and then all of a sudden it just wouldn't. So I'm going to ask you, look into your crystal hockey puck. Does it get more physical tonight?
That's really tough. Honestly, I'm going to say no. I think because since we had a day off, since it isn't back-to-back days, I think any emotions that might have steamed over from New Year's Eve, I think they have subsided on Thursday and aren't coming into this game today. So I'm going to say no. It's not going to get more aggressive.
Okay. And I know, look, Coach Gary Graham always talks about the quick start, and we're going to hear from Gary in just a little bit. But knowing that they were able to do it the first time around against Danbury, I would imagine the Hat-Tricks are probably saying to themselves, hey, we don't want a repeat of what happened 2 nights ago. We have to come out and have a good, solid start to the game. So, perhaps we're going to get, instead of kind of easing into it in the first period, we might get a really good contest right from the opening puck drop.
Well, I always love to see a good first period, not only just for the team, but honestly for the atmosphere as well, because when you get an exciting first period and you get the fans into the game, that helps the IceCats, having this home field advantage. So I honestly hope they do come out hot, not to score, but just to bring the energy, because then if they bring the energy to our home arena, it'll help us.
Well, hey, let's tack on a few goals while we're at it, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. So there is still time if you're listening in on the radio side. If you do want to come down and join us tonight, we're also back at it again tomorrow night. 7:15 puck drops on the weekend here against Danbury. But in the meantime, if you're watching on the TV side and if you're listening on the radio side, we're going to be back in just a moment with that interview with head coach Gary Graham. And then we are just about 10 minutes away from dropping the puck. The Danbury Hat-Tricks in town to take on the PD IceCats. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Stanley Steamer. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides professional deep cleaning services and comprehensive care for a cleaner, healthier home. Butler's Men's Shop, your one-stop shop for men. Everything from tuxedos and suits to sportswear, we have it all. Integrative Health Solutions, your partners in health.
Life happens on your floors, but when dirt, spills, and messes take over, it's time to call the experts. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides a deep cleaning technology that removes dirt and allergens, leaving your floors fresh and spotless. Breathe easier and enjoy a cleaner, healthier home with Stanley Steamer. Call or visit us online today. Stanley Steamer, your home deserves it. In today's world, first impressions matter. Step into a realm of sophistication at Butler's Fine Men's Clothing. From timeless tuxedos and elegant suits to refined sportswear, Butler's offers a collection that defines class and confidence. Embrace the tradition, experience the luxury, and stand out with style. Butler's fine men's clothing, where every stitch speaks volumes.
At Integrative Health Solutions, your health is our top priority. With our multimodal, polytherapeutic approach, we offer a wide range of services tailored just for you. From chiropractic adjustments to nutritional counseling and innovative therapies like low-level laser and dry needling, we are here to enhance your well-being. Take charge of your health with Integrative Health Solutions. Visit us today and discover a healthier you.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
No matter which sport clips you walk into, you'll know it's special, and just for you. Our stylists don't get your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment, from our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Welcome back. Before tonight's game, we are here for the second of three against the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Gary Graham, head coach of PD, joining us. Gary, first of all, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Tom.
Are you a New Year's resolution guy?
No.
No?
No. I feel like if you're not living discipline every day in your life, then you got a problem.
You know,
I don't need a New Year's resolution to tell me I need to be doing whatever, you know. I'm just going to do it myself, 365.
That's fair.
It's called self-discipline.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, it's funny because I hear a lot of people lately don't make resolutions.
Yeah.
So I
never
mean,
have. No,
that seems to be the thing.
When you're a coach and you're telling guys to do it every day, you can't kind of like have a New Year's resolution to do it every day when you should be doing it every day, living every day to the fullest. And that's just the way I've always been.
Okay,
Yep.
fair enough. Well, let's take a look here. Game 2 against Danbury. You've actually seen these guys in the flesh now. Are they what you expected?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're a team that can hurt you. I mean, they got some very skilled forwards, especially off the rush. A lot of their chances were very dangerous off the rush, and we didn't have really good gaps in the neutral zone. And Gonzo had to make some big saves in some key areas there. And, you know, we were a little lazy on their cycle. They had some forwards that got to the net out of the corner in the offensive zone, RD zone, and beat us back to the net. That's something we got to clean up.
You know, it's interesting watching them. Reminded me a little bit of watching the Marcinkiewicz twins for us because they have a couple of guys who can kind of wheel the puck around the zone and really kind of dominate the O-zone.
For sure. They got some good puck possession guys, and if you give them time and space, they can hurt you. They remind me a lot of Carolina's team with kind of their forward group. They got some guys, like they got Ford and Whitey that really kind of delay things, speed it up, get east-west, delay, kind of like the Milans do and the Van Derkens do in Athens, but these guys can do it. That 91's a very good player. You got to be aware when he's on the ice.
So I know Patty missed the game on Wednesday. Is he any better? Does he draw back in tonight?
Yeah, he's back in the lineup tonight.
Okay, so knowing that, and then you're one game away from getting Dominic's back. I mean, this has been quite a stretch without him in the lineup. This is the 6th and final game. How has that adjustment been? Yeah,
well, I think, you know, anytime you got guys out of the lineup, it's obviously minutes for other guys to step up and get the job done. So, you know, I think you can take a look at a guy like a TJ Prexler that had a big game-winning goal a couple games ago, and you have some other guys that have been coming in, playing some meaningful minutes. I think Eli Rivers' game has been a lot better over the last couple games. We need some other guys to step up and fill those minutes and do it successfully. So coming into this game then, New Year's, I know is always a little bit of a tricky time. You want the guys to have fun, enjoy their day off, but by the same token, it's like, hey, back to business today, guys. Absolutely. I think the guys are getting focused in. You know, this homestand has been circled on the calendar for a while. We know how tough our schedule is this month. After this weekend, obviously, it's a heavy dose of Athens and bingo the whole month with a lot of travel. So, you know, we got to make sure. We know where we're at in the standings. We know that we're trying to keep pace with Twin City as best as we can, and so the points are important. Well, let's wrap it up with keys to the game tonight. Well, I think, again, keeping them off the rush, being better, coming back into coverage, and our backside puck pressure's got to be better from our first two forwards that are exiting out of the offensive zone. You know, it's good. It's good sometimes to have three guys above it, but we need that hard backside pressure to, again, help us out with some of those players that are pretty shifty and dynamic that do a good job of getting kind of east-west through the neutral zone. All right, Gary, thanks. Best of luck.
Happy New Year.
All right, thanks, Tom.
All right, back with the drop of the puck in just a moment. Hat tricks and PD. This is IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast. You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Evening Shade Incorporated. Trusted team with over 2 decades of experience. Gorget Distilling Company. Revolutionize your spirit. The law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992. Kimbrell's Furniture, affordable home furnishings. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and Suntech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
At the law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
At Kimbrell's, we believe that you deserve furniture that's as unique as your family. From comfortable sofas and love seats to chairs, tables, rugs, entertainment centers, and recliners you'll never want to leave. We have everything you need to create the living room of your dreams. Check out the Kimbrell's website for inspiration or stop by and see everything for yourself.
We are live at Zapata's Grill on the IceCats Broadcast Network. Let's see what the IceCats are ordering.
I want quesadilla, California. I want fajitas Cancun. I get burrito from Terra. Frijoles refritos.
Here comes the food. Teamer with a double miter for elbowing. Zapata's Grill, a preferred restaurant partner of the PD IceCats. Teamer, how'd you feel about the food?
Timur approved. Para PD!
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And here we are live on the IceCats Broadcast Network. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethay here with you. We're getting ready to go for some IceCats hockey. First period action coming up here in Joe. I still think it's going to get a little more physical tonight. I'm gonna go out there and say I think it might be.
I hope you're right.
I wonder if Danbury's upset about losing game 1 on Wednesday. Of course, it's the second of a 3-game stretch here. I don't know. I feel like they're going to want to prove something here and right off the hop try to get at PD. And of course, PD is going to want to do the same recipe they had the other night that resulted in that win for them. Let's trap the right side. Your goal is going to dump it in. If you're listening on the radio side, right to left for the IceCats on your radio dial, and they are wearing the black home uniforms here. And it is the return of Patrick Marcinkiewicz to the lineup tonight, as he was out the other night. Wasn't feeling all that great. A little under the weather, as they say. So TJ Prexler drew back into the lineup after looking like he was going to be scratched out earlier in the day. Otherwise, nothing has changed in this lineup as it's dumped in on goal. And held right there. Face-off coming up inside that Danbury zone. Let's take a look at your starting goaltenders tonight, brought to you by Seminar Brewing. And it is the same matchup as we had on Wednesday night. Kyle Penton, 1-4-0-0 with an .892 save percentage, 4.09 guarding the cage for the hat tricks. Meanwhile, it's Ricardo Gonzalez, 6'7", 0-3 with an .884 save percentage, 3.05 goals against average, and a huge effort out of him. Second star honors in the win on Wednesday. And Joe, as you mentioned, I mean, goaltending was a big-time story in that Wednesday game for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, both guys were really solid and just had extremely quick reaction time. So I'm honestly excited to see both of them back in the next because I think it'll make for an interesting game.
Right now, Danbury trying to go to work. Here's a shot coming in for the point, and Gonzalez, his first save of the game on a deflection in tight there off the stick of Noah Robinson. Back up the left side, here comes Houston Wilson. Wilson throws it into the slot, and that one missed, goes out to center. That was just slightly behind Rivers. Couldn't quite catch that pass. They push right back in. Here's Rivers, left wing, leaves it for Wilson at the dot. Wrist shot off the goal post. Kept in at the right point. Bedard slips a check, puts it to the front of the net. That one is deflected away. Around to the left point, McGill Diaz holding it in. Wilson on the left side. Spins, falls, but Marcinkiewicz keeping it going on the left side. And we get a whistle, puck play with a high stick. Only Patrick's Marcinkiewicz dressed for this game. Dominik's Marcinkiewicz still serving the final game of his 6-game suspension. Joe,
yes.
We have a new series coming up.
Yes.
Let's tell folks about it.
A Pro with Joe. And speaking of, I got to interview Wilson and found out he is actually a twin. So the twins on this team are not the only twins technically that we have. His brother just is in healthcare, not hockey.
So you want to find out more about that story? Well, we're going to have that feature up and produced. I'm hoping to have it on the broadcast tomorrow night for folks to see. So that is, what did we call it again?
A Pro with Joe.
A Pro with Joe. And who came up with that name?
It was Huey.
He did. Houston Wilson, right off the cuff. We're like, what are we going to call this? We started thinking about ideas. He's like, A Pro with Joe. And boom, a star is born. So that was a lot of fun.
He said his marketing background helped him with that one.
Yes, it definitely did. And he was quick with it, too. Puck in on goal, and Gonzalez is going to hold it at the side of the net. Whoop, here we go. And a little bit of pushing there. Frondudo exchanging some words with Jurgenite. The linesman got in there fairly quickly, though.
You might be right about this game being more aggressive than I originally anticipated.
I would not mind just the little extra physical nature added to this one because I think it suits PD.
I agree.
And, Gary Graham wants them to play a little more physical. He doesn't. And look, finesse is great, but you do have to show up and be tough from time to time and team tough. I'm not saying they got to fight everybody, but that's what you want to see. Follow through on those checks, finish those checks off, and make the other team look over their shoulder, think a hit's coming. Puck goes out to center here. Danbury's going to toss it back in. Gonzalez out to trap it behind the net. 2.5 minutes into this first period. No score so far. As the puck sent down, that'll be an icing call. It will not be an icing call, Joe.
You're already 0 for 1 tonight.
My gosh. I no longer know what icing is.
You were doing so well on New Year's Eve.
I felt like I had it. I felt like I finally understood what icing was. This one's not icing because the IceCats beat it out. Shernock, however, did not keep it in at the line. It is offside. At least I guess I know what that is. Danbury going the other way. Wilson will tip it away. Tracking back on Susinski up the left side and a bouncer back down the ice. PD on the quick regroup. Wilson can't hang on to the pass. Turned right back out to center by Danbury. It goes off Razilov into the corner. Legkov after it. He'll curl far side. On the hash marks, cutting in through the slot, and he tried to backhand it away, and he gave it up, and now with numbers, PD the other way. Marcinkiewicz wheeling in the right wing. Danbury recovers, though, but on the left side, here's Shernock into the play with a wrist shot. Oh, boy, just off the tip of the mid of Penton. It goes into the corner. He got just enough of that puck. Now Danbury quickly trying to attack, but that pass missed Legkov entirely there as Belfay fed it to him, and that is an icing call. And the faceoff will come all the way back down the ice here.
You got to give yourself more credit. Do you remember how you gave a bunch of us a lesson the other day? A bunch of interns?
I know things and stuff about hockey, but I just apparently have forgotten what icing is. And it only happened this season. It's really weird.
Scott would be so disappointed since he's the one that invented it.
He did. Scott wrote the icing rule. that we use here. McGill Diaz on the left side keeping it in. Ask Scott Brand about that sometime if you're an IceCats fan and you're local. He loves to talk about that, even if you're not. Uncle Scotty will sometimes appear in the chat on the road games, by the way. So you can ask him there if you're on YouTube. Bedard bumps his man off the puck at center, fired back into the PD end of things. McGill Diaz trying to kick that one free. He's wrapped up over there by Kandurka. And now a centering attempt. Bouncer there in the feet of Kandurka. He couldn't get to it. McGill Diaz one-arms it up the wall to Lord. Lord to center, spins, bounces it back. McGill Diaz towards the center stripe. He'll lob one into the left side corner from there. And the IceCats work on changing out the personnel here as Danbury attacks. Ahead up the left wing side, moving into Kane, and he was the puck on the far side there. Popoff trying to move it around, and it goes back out to center. Fired right back in from there. Onto the near side corner. Jurgenite ran into his own man. Turned over. Frandudo wrapping it around to the far side. A shot. Gonzalez saved to his right. The rebound goes in. The rebound is put in as from his knees. It's Josh Newberg able to score the goal. For Newberg, his third goal of the season, and it gets Danbury on the board exactly 5 minutes into this first period.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
I was not expecting
this portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by. You're watching
Joanne, I know you got to take off here.
Network.
So, for those of you who don't know, and maybe you're new and you're just joining
Evening
us,
Shade has been serving the Florence area for
Joanne's
over 20
got
years.
both
As a
on-ice
3M and
duties
Suntech authorized
and in-house
dealer,
duties
the
when we do the
Evening
home
Shade
games,
team
and
is
she also
qualified
hangs
and
out
ready to help you with
in
your
the
project.
booth here with
Whether
us
it's
and does
residential
color
window
for the
tinting,
game.
paint protection
So she
film
had to
for your
scurry
vehicle,
there when she said,
commercial
"Took a look at the
signage or
clock."
vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a
Tomasi
team
and
with
Frandudo
over 2
with the
decades
assist.
of experience.
And it is now a 1-0 lead for Danbury as back
Dalmassimo
to the IceCats, left
Ristorante
side, Rivers leaving it
Italiano,
off
where
to
culinary
Sheridan.
passion meets the
Sheridan
art
to
of
the left side,
hospitality.
punched off the glass, back to center.
Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our
And now
guests
trying
with a
to get
memorable
back after
dining
here.
experience.
Danbury once again.
At
on the break,
Dalmassimo,
led by
we
Robinson.
believe that food is
Robinson
more
right
than just
side, gets
sustenance.
rubbed off.
It's a
Puck coming around
celebration
the
of
end of
culture and
Gonzalez, trying to leave it
community.
there. McGill Diaz
Whether you're here for a cozy
pressured
dinner,
right away by Ledkoff. Puck up the slot. Rivers backing away from it, lost it, but following it up, McGill Diaz. Now Marcinkiewicz in on the left side, slides it across, but that one was picked off by Belfay. He puts it off the glass and out to center. Back in comes Marcinkiewicz on the left side. Into the slot area, tried to wheel through, ran into traffic, but the puck ended up finding him again. Gets it into the corner. Fed to the right point, Bedard with a shot. That one blocked, rebound right in front. Wilson couldn't calm the bouncing puck. Oh boy, he was having a little bit of trouble with that. Now Bedard a little long, wrister go, save made, puck held and frozen by Penton. We'll get a face-off and a break. 6:21 into this first period. It's 1-0 Danbury. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and Suntech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Dalmassimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dalmassimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
IceCats Hockey first period action brought to you by your GMC area dealers. Tom Callahan here with you. 6:21 into the first period. 1-0 is your score. Danbury in the lead. Thanks for joining us here. Face-off coming up to the left of the Hat-Trick's goal. And the draw is pushed ahead by Danbury to center. They're going to fire it in from there. Gonzalez out to play it away. Not out of the zone, however. McGill Diaz up the wall. Here's Carl. He does get it down, and that will be an icing call. Face-off will come back down. It'll be to the left of Ricardo Gonzalez. And pushed ahead after the IceCats able to win that draw back. Carl on the left side. Ends up back. Miguel Diaz onto the right wing. Bedard will flip it on in. Near side corner. Bouncer over there. Flipped around the far wall to the right point. Out to center again. And Bedard will chase. A little D-to-D catch here. And now a head tipped on. A little too far for Adrian as he tried to get up after it. Sisinski on it. He's put into the glass. Puck around left point. Held in. Miguel Diaz to the left side wall. Carl. Adrian. Miguel Diaz. Into the circle. Adrian tried to shovel it on net. That one was blocked away, and it's cleared again out to center where Miguel Diaz will flip it back in. PD will tag up. Lord stays on the forecheck with Carl while everybody else goes for the change. Now Frandudo intercepting the puck at center for Danbury. He'll fire it in cross corner. Ends up near side. Popped up in the air, bouncer there, and Frolov will skate it away up the left wing. Here comes Frolov in with a wrist shot up over top of the net, and that one hit the glass and kicked right on out of play. So we'll stop things 7:38 into this first period. One of the things we're talking about in the Powers Properties pregame show about shooting the puck a lot more and hitting the net a lot more. That's been a big factor and something that's been a focus for this PD IceCats team, and hopefully they're able to continue that here this evening. With a face-off coming up to the right of the Hat-Tricks. Down for the left point, here's Jurgenite. Jurgenite tries to slide it in front right across the slot out the other side. Spagarin couldn't quite get to it. Now back the other way. Here comes Danbury. Cleared ahead off the mid of Jurgenite. He's able to swat that one down. And again, the Hat-Tricks dump it in. Fennell putting it into the near corner, but they had pulled out for the change, and Frolov moving it ahead, knocked right back to him. He'll skate it in. Here's Frolov in the slot. Quick wrist shot, right pad save, rebound off the skate of Frolov and out. Quick line change here for the IceCats as they start the break again. Onto the left wing, Rivers. He's got speed, and Wilson going to the net. Rivers, a shot right through the crease out the other side, and actually all the way out to center. Razilov had to delay, now sends it back in. Puck picked up by Movali. They'll try the left side, backhanded off the glass. It gets to center, and the Hat-Tricks move ahead. There's a shot, and a great glove save, Gonzalez, but it wouldn't have counted anyways. Robinson in offside, and that is going to draw a crowd in the corner. Don't like when the player shoots the puck after the whistle. No, 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 never, never. Face-off outside after the offside call. Don't forget, we're back at it again tomorrow night. Pet Appreciation Night tomorrow night. Special jerseys to be worn by the PD IceCats. I actually already have mine as it's cleared around to the far side. Razilov into the corner. And it'll be tied up over there. Puck pushed around behind the net. Chernock tried to clear, and that one hit Marcinkiewicz in the backside. And ended up with Danbury recovering it at center. Left side fed ahead. Here's Robinson trying to push that one in. Around the rim it goes. Gonzalez directing traffic to the near wing. Pass finds Houston Wilson. Left side to Rivers. Rivers, high slot. Marcinkiewicz dangles. Sweeps around. What a backhand save made. The rebound cleared and bounces just over the line. Pushed in from center by Ruiz. Into the corner. Puck pops right up in the air. Still bouncing in the slot. Turnaround chance blocked by traffic. And now back the other side. Here's Marcinkiewicz on the right wing. Tried a shot. Blocked. It's in his skates. He didn't see it right away, and it's cleared out. Miguel Diaz back on the left wing, and here comes Adrian. Adrian into space. Carl off the toe of his stick into the left wing corner. Left half wall. Down low, Adrian centering attempt. Carl off angle chance. Save made Penton. And the rebound cleared just over the blue line. So I like what I'm seeing out of PD right now. The IceCats are starting to find their forecheck. And they're really starting to get Danbury to allow them some extended zone time. They'll break in again. Here's Carl on the left side. A shot off the rush. Missed on the blocker side. And now fed to the left point around. Here's Jurgenite right off the bench. His shot into the chest protector. And Pettin will hang on. 9:35 left to go in this first period. 1-0 Danbury in the lead. We'll take a break. Come back with more in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, first period action brought to you by your GMC area dealers. Tom Callahan here with you with the face-off coming up to the right of the Danbury hat-tricks goal. And the puck possessed. Gullo with an off-angle chance and a glove save there by Penton. He'll hang on to that. 9.5 to go in this first period. 1-0 Danbury on a goal by Josh Newberg, his third of the season. Face-off coming up to the right of Penton. They tie up in the circle, and whoop, Newberg almost went for a ride there. Zajac had him wrapped up pretty good. Zajac will get tossed out of the draw, so Gullo will wheel his way into the dot. And Zajac comes over to help him out. Draw win for PD. Slide in front. Gullo, chance from point blank. Penton the save, and he flops on the rebound. Great feed in front from Frolov. But again, Penton, who was sharp despite the fact that PD won on Wednesday night. I don't think Danbury can blame their goaltender for that game, and he looks sharp again here tonight. Face-off, won back by the hat-tricks, but they're having a heck of a time trying to clear this puck. Finally pushed ahead here. Susinski's going to carry it out himself and dump it in from center. Around it goes. Shernock sees Legkov coming, puts a shoulder into him. Puck drifting towards the point, kept in with a shot. Shoulder save. Gonzalez cleared around again, held in one more time at the stripe. That shot blocked by Zajac. Gullo tips it ahead. Here's Frolov trying to tip it to himself. Inside out, cuts around, leaves it. Zajac in, quick, wrister. That is tipped just past the post. Back towards the left point. It didn't reach Shernock before it was carried out by Danbury. They try to attack the other way, but cough it up in space. Legkov was pressuring the point. I think he was looking maybe for a break. He didn't really necessarily expect to have to handle the puck so soon, but he's able to clear the zone at least. Now Wilson back in. Houston Wilson dangles through 2D, fed it in front. Penton able to grab it and hang on. Oh my goodness. Houston Wilson displaying the dexterity, making you dizzy out there. Face-off kept in. There's McGill Diaz with a shot. That one hit a body in front. Never made it through. Roller to the point. Bedard trying to shovel it back in. And it's cleared back out by Danbury. They'll come in on the right wing side. There's a shot towards the net. Deflects in behind. And it's played up the near side boards. Rivers chips it out past Ruiz. And here they go. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Rivers left side looking in front. His shot and a right pad save. Rebound goes in behind the net. Fed right up the slot. Creeping down. Bedard! Score! Charlie Bedard coming down from the right point, was all alone in the low slot, and he finds a way to get that wrister past the left pad of Kyle Penton. This game's tied up at 1.
I think I'm just good luck because the minute I put the headset on, they scored.
You came back into the booth. Now, the other day, though, it was as soon as you left. So maybe it is the change of the headset that has something to do with it. I don't know. But as long as you continue to be good luck, you are welcome back.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So that goal is number one, that is a very big goal right now to tie this game back up. But it's only Bedard's second goal of the year. 12:01 time of the marker, and that one just a good, hard-working shift by this IceCats team. They come back in again. There's a shot. Save. Penton rebound. They jam away. Puck goes into the corner. Fed around to the right point. Onto the left side, Miguel Diaz. He waits. Back across. Adrian shot that one. A sliding block there down low by Newberg. Broken stick on the play. That belonged to Adrian. He had to go all the way out of the zone. Puck is cleared out to center, and now Miguel Diaz tripped up. No call coming. Back in, though. Here's Lord with a shot and a left pad save. Lord will send that one around on the wall. And now Danbury trying to move to center, but a big hit at the line there. Legkov able to get it ahead, though. Robinson with a wrist shot. That missed the net as it works its way around the glass, and Lord quickly back. PD is happy to trade chances right now with Danbury. It's run and gun. Jurgenite at the line. Oh, couldn't get to the puck in time. Now it's going to go back the other way. Robinson pushed off just inside the line, though. Turned right back to center by Frolov. Belfay also ran into contact there. Boy, Jordan Popoff has been watching him. Frolov back after the loose puck here. Slides it back up the rim far side. And now Jurgenite's going to jump into the rush, but he put it into his own bench. And we get a whistle with 6:38 to go in the first. Boy, it really picked up since you got back. The energy is up right now.
I think it was me getting on the mic and hyping them up about the sports clip row of the game.
That's an important row to be in. I'm going to need to be in that row in about another week or two. So I can understand that. But, Joe, what's the crowd like right now? You were talking about the energy of this building, and, I mean, the fans are back here in the PD. They love this.
Oh, yeah. For those that can't see the arena right now, it's a pretty packed crew. I'm interested to see what the attendance is for tonight, but I love getting to go down and be a part of the crowd because they always seem to have great energy.
They really do. And again, a good crowd here after the new year, taking it in. This is the first IceCats game of 2026, and we welcome you all in. It's kind of the unofficial dividing line of the season. The IceCats, this is, after tonight, they'll have 14 home games left. So since this one is underway, I don't officially count it as the halfway mark. When this is done, we are officially halfway through the home schedule. Left side, here's Frolov. Oh boy, he was pushed from behind into the glass. There's a penalty call coming. Here's Chernook down low. He'll wheel back and delay. Extra attacker is out. 6 men on for PD on the delayed call. And it's touched by Danbury. That was a trailing referee that made that call, but pretty sure that's going to be a boarding call here. Indeed it is. 14-18 time of the penalty. And so on to the first Chick-fil-A power play of the game. And the IceCats and the Hat-Tricks, we mentioned not last night, 2 nights ago, but both of these teams ranked 5th. 5th ranked power play for the IceCats, 5th ranked penalty kill for the Hat-Tricks. So, Joe, that's a pretty strong matchup.
Well, this is really important here for the Hat-Tricks to score and take advantage of this. But like you said, it's a pretty even matchup.
IceCats have to go back after a clear to start off this power play here. First power play of the night for either side. And remember, if the IceCats score at a home game on the power play, check your Chick-fil-A app. There'll be a little surprise in there for you. And we honestly never quite know what it's going to be. So far this year, I've gotten nuggets and a Chick-fil-A sandwich from the power play. Miguel Diaz will put it over to the right side. Lord with a wrist shot. He scores. Open the app.
Fried chicken for everyone.
Oh, my goodness. Power play goal. Trevor Lord. That wrister was Del Scorcho.
And before it could come out of my mouth, I was just about to say I was glad to see that during this power play that Lord was on the ice, because that will now be his 8th power play goal. He is the man to look for whenever the IceCats are in a power play situation.
Joe, you're getting better at this. When you start to think things before they happen, that's impressive. And not only that, for Trevor Lord, who also scored his team-leading 16th goal of the year on Wednesday, that is now his 17th and still the team lead. Icing against PD. Marcinkiewicz back on the score sheet after missing a game. That's good to see as well. He's feeling a little better. Puck pushed out to center ice here by PD. And now it'll be Jurgenite left side, lifting a lob out to center. Moving in, right side, Spagorn with a wrister. That one's blockered away. Well, the Hat-Tricks went from leading 1-0 to now trailing 2-1. Let's see what their response is here as they try to push in on goal. Gonzalez sticks it away to the corner. Robinson over after it, tied up by Popoff. Adrian on it. Played up the boards, not out. Held in around to the near side. Jurgenite on the backhand. Up the boards, and it finds Adrian at center. Looking for Rivers across, picked off instead. Trying to work his way back in here is Legkov. And it was finally peeled away from him. Legkov and Ruiz are now on the same line as Danbury, trying to put all their eggs in one basket. Great play by Popov in front. He took away a goal mouth pass with those sweet silky mitts. Puck down the ice for an icing call against PD, but that was huge. That might have saved a goal. That pass was ticketed to the far side, wide open, and Pops was there with a stick.
This first period has been the complete opposite of the first period we had on New Year's Eve. We already have 3 goals in this first period where we had a bunch of goose eggs in the first period on New Year's Eve. So, but like I said in the pregame, I like when both teams come out with energy in the first period, because even if the other team has energy, it's bringing energy to our fans, which I think ultimately helps our team.
Absolutely. Let's see if they can carry it through the break. 3:57 to go in the first. 2-1 IceCats. Back with more in a moment. As we come back to play here, under 4 to go in this first period, brought to you by your GMC area dealers. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethay here with you. Skipped off the glass to the line and out to center. Danbury's got to regroup quickly here. Toss back in. Gonzalez will leave it in behind the net. Around the rim it goes. Ends up with Chance Adrian. He'll flip it to an open wing. Gullo trying to catch up with it here. Susinski back after it. He'll play it on across to the near side. Movali to center. He'll fire it in. Or pardon me, that is actually Tukane firing it in. Shernock around the wall onto the right side. Little lead ahead, and here comes Zajac out of the zone. Chips it into the left side corner. Gullo going up to get it. He and Tukane to the boards together. Heavy collision over there. Bodies flying everywhere in that pile. And Tukane is a little slow to get up back there in the corner. He is still not up. He's down on all fours. They're moving back in. Here's a chance. Frolov on the left side, cutting in towards the front, and he's pulled down to the ice. I'm surprised they didn't blow it dead there. Oh, they finally do. Yeah, Tukane's going to need to be helped off the ice. Unless he lost a blade in his skate, which I suppose could have happened.
He looks like he's holding his stomach.
Yeah, and he's not putting any weight on that right leg either, so might be, well, it could be a myriad of things. Certainly don't want to guess. But, yeah, certainly some discomfort on the bench there. Now, the argument is, where does the faceoff go? The faceoff should go inside. And I think the Danbury bench is upset that the whistle didn't blow earlier. My thought on that is when Danbury did finally possess the puck. Now, generally, this is the way it goes in hockey. If a player is injured and the other team has the puck and they have a scoring chance, they still let play go. Once your team possesses the puck, then they blow the whistle. Seems a little backwards, I know, but that's just how it's done. And I think Danbury's a little upset the whistle wasn't blown earlier. The thing is, Danbury briefly possessed it when they cleared it to the corner. The whistle didn't blow then. It blew when it came back around to the right point, so a little late. But here's Marcinkiewicz with a shot through traffic that was blocked. And in the corner, Rivers falls, trying to spin it around to the near side. Wilson looking to put it up top. Pass is blocked. And now back comes Danbury. And over the line, Belfay. His feed ends up in the left side corner, centering feed, blocked away by Gonzalez. And now Marcinkiewicz hustling the other way. Got help with him, odd man situation. Marcinkiewicz in, stops, feeds, high slot. Chernock over to Wilson. And his shot deflected to the glass there as Danbury managed to recover by then. Here's Legkoff trying to cut in on goal. Razilov read him the whole way. Back the other way comes Houston Wilson, maybe because both of their body language was in Russian. He figured it out. Wilson with a shot. That was blocked in front by Legro. Danbury trying to move it ahead on the right wing side. It's one of the other reasons I like having Joe up here. She laughs very politely at all of my jokes.
I'm going to stop now.
Why? Makes me feel good.
I'm going to grr.
My jokes are landing.
Grr.
Yeah, nice. Carl in on the left side, Roller in on goal, and that one's going to be covered there by Penton with 1:35 to go here in this first period.
One thing I do want to mention that I discovered, so with the Pro with Joe, I actually am on skates, everyone, so you get to enjoy that. But while I was skating on the corners where the Danbury net is, those are bumpier corners than on this side. And Huey even said to me when we were coming around, he's like, I'm going to make sure to hold on to you there because those corners tend to be a little bumpier. So that's actually a home advantage that the IceCats have. And maybe that's why on those corners we usually see guys from the opposing team seem to get tripped up.
We get a whistle here as the puck has disappeared in the pants of Caden Fennell. He knows it's up there somewhere. The crowd's giving him a little bit of the... This is
a first.
Yeah. Well, you got it. Can you... Oh, it's way up there. He's having to do a dance here. Where the crowd is loving. I love
that
it.
He's actually trying to get them involved.
Yes, he is. He's like, yep, let's give it up. Yep, puck's in here somewhere. Oh, there we go.
Now we're taking our pants off.
Yep.
Only in hockey.
Never. All right, there you go. All right, I'll even clap for Caden Fennell on that one. Now he's got to go fix his pants. He's going to go to the locker room.
I hope they sanitize that puck.
Oh, I threw that puck over the glass to a fan. That's fantastic. You know what? You got to have a sense of humor. Otherwise, you're just going to be so sour all the time. And I love that our fans got into it with him and had a little moment there. That was fun. That's why you come to the games.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
A million little things like that can happen. And now they're going to go back to throwing big old checks, just like Lord did there. On the left side, the puck is cleared back out to center as we approach 1 minute left to go, 70 seconds to be specific. Dumped into the right wing, Ruiz after it. He'll look to move it out. And fire that one in around the rim. Gonzalez able to slow it down behind the net. And now here's Carl. Carl with a wedge up in the air. It bounces down to the Danbury end. Adrian trying to pull it out of the pile of skates there. Sends it around behind the net. Lord, centering attempt, hit the back of the net. That one is taken away here, and Frandudo will send it in from center. Slowed down again by Gonzalez. This time Miguel Diaz sweeps by for it. He'll play it around the wall. Puck kept in, though. Frandudo charging down for the left point with a shot. Gonzalez is saved. Rebound onto that far side. Newberg, who's got the goal, can't hang on to it. Played around to the near side, Carl. And a little floater to center looking for Zajac. Zajac a backhand across it. Here comes Gullo moving in. Feeds it over, a shot, and that's deflected. Bedard jumping in again, activating. As it's cleared out and down just 10 seconds ago on the period. They wave off icing. And let's see. Is Frolov going to hurry it ahead? It looks like he might. Frolov wheeling in, looking for a shot at the horn. Tipped to the glass. And that'll do it for the first period. But Well, Joe, pretty good energy in this opening 20 minutes. 3 goals, 2 of them belong to PD. That's not a bad first period.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see that energy came, and it came quickly. I know I keep repeating it, but when you get a crowd involved and the energy's here quickly, it just makes for a better game all around.
Yeah, and you know what? It's always more fun when you're winning.
It is.
It is.
The fun is in the winning.
Yes, absolutely. So right now it is a 2-1 lead for Florence over the Danbury Hat Tricks. We're going to take a break. When we come back here in this first period intermission, we're going to wrap up that scoring for you in case you missed any of it. We'll have some highlights for you on that YouTube side. And then, of course, we're going to go through the out-of-town scoreboard as well. Plus, Joe's going to – are you sticking with us for the intermission? Mm-hmm. Okay. Joe's going to tell you about Military Night. And that's something that is very near and dear to us, and it's coming up very soon. So we want to make sure that everybody is on the same page with us for that. So 20 minutes in, 2-1, PD in the lead. We're back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings. We've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories. It deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings. The flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
All right, we are back here at the first period intermission report. It is 2-1. And right now the IceCats leading the Hat Tricks 20 minutes in thanks to, well, really a couple of goals here to get them back in front after they fell behind. It was Newberg getting the first goal of the game exactly 5 minutes in, and that's when Joanne Bethea realized she had to take off and just run out of the booth. Like grease lightning, she was gone. The headset was still in the air.
I am fast. I ran track.
Yes, you were into section whatever that was pretty quickly.
Quite literally across the arena.
Yes. Can we get you a zip line?
Oh, God.
That would be amazing. I would love that. Newberg's third from Tomasi and Frandudo at the 5-minute mark actually got Danbury on the board first, gave them the lead. But then back came the IceCats. Charlie Bedard, second of the year. Right now, Houston Wilson is the only assist they are listing on that goal. I was wondering if they might add a second one to it, but they have not to this point. And as I refresh the score sheet one more time, they have. They have added an assist to Rivers. And so Rivers also picking up a point on that goal, 12:01, an even strength marker, and then a power play goal on the only power play chance of the period for either side. Trevor Lord, his 8th power play goal of the year, 17th of the season overall. Miguel Diaz and Patrick Samarson-Kevics, the assists of 14:53. And Joanne, as you were going to make a note of right before Lord let go of that shot that ends up in the back of the net, I mean, he's kind of become the go-to guy for power play production for this team.
I think meeting him and knowing his personality, he does really well, I think, in pressure situations. He stays very calm, cool, and collected, and so I think that's why he's able to take an opportunity and not let it get to his head and just get to work, and that's why now he has 8 power play goals and is the man that they look to in those situations.
Shots on goal in that period, PD 12, Danbury 4. And power plays 1 for 1 for the IceCats on that Chick-fil-A power play. So don't forget to open your Chick-fil-A app and see what the bonus is. I believe it generally shows up like a half hour or so after game time, maybe a little later than that. And the Hat-Tricks did not have a power play in that first period. Before we go anywhere and get to that break and go to out-of-town scoreboard, Joe, I want to talk about Military Night coming up here. And it's going to be on the 17th of January. So whether you are active duty or perhaps you're retired, Joe's going to tell you what's going on for our Military Night coming up here.
Yes, so we're partnering with a lot of people on this. It's WTV 13. The Chick-fil-A's in the area and the IceCats are honored to present Military Night. As you said, it is on Saturday, January 17th. We are going to be taking on a division rival, the Athens Rock Lobsters, and puck drop, as always, is at 7:15 with the doors opening at 6. On top of honoring our brave heroes, the IceCats are presenting $13 tickets for all of the veterans in any branch of the military. The IceCats will also wear special military-themed jerseys that will be auctioned off, with the proceeds going to support the non-profit organization Warrior Hockey. Warrior Hockey provides an opportunity for disabled veterans to play the sport of hockey, regardless if they played their entire life or never skated once. For more information or to purchase your tickets, email pdprohockey.com. That is pdprohockey.com, which is just Phil, as we've mentioned before.
So tickets, I don't even know what Phil's actual email is. It's tickets@pdprohockey.com to me. If anybody ever asks me, what's Phil's email?
Yes,
I just say tickets@pdprohockey.com. So Warrior Hockey is a great program, and we're very proud to work with them and to, just benefit them any way you can. I mean, there's a lot of things that the transition to civilian life is not always the easiest. And we do have we are veteran-owned. This team is veteran-owned.
Yes.
And it's a point of pride to them as well. So, that's very important to them and to be able to get back to the community here in Florence and the surrounding community as well. So come on out and join us. And again, if you need more information, you can give Phil an email, tickets@pdprohockey.com. All right, 20 minutes in the books, 2-1, PD in the lead. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Out-of-town scoreboard is up next. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Evening Shade Incorporated. Trusted team with over 2 decades of experience. Gorget Distilling Company. Revolutionize your spirit. The Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer. Serving South Carolina since 1992. Kimbrell's Furniture. Affordable home furnishings. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
At the law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
At Kimbrell's, we believe that you deserve furniture that's as unique as your family. From comfortable sofas and love seats to chairs, tables, rugs, entertainment centers, and recliners you'll never want to leave. We have everything you need to create the living room of your dreams. Check out the Kimbrell's website for inspiration or stop by and see everything for yourself.
We are live at Zapata's Grill on the IceCats broadcast network. Let's see what the IceCats are ordering.
I want quesadilla. ¿Qué te forna? I want fajitas cocoon. I get burrito from Terra. Frijoles refritos.
Here comes the food. Steamer with a double liner for elbowing. Zapata's Grill, a preferred restaurant partner of the PD IceCats. Timur, how'd you feel about the food?
Timur approved. Pause PD!
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we're back here on IceCats Hockey. First period intermission report 2-1. PD in the lead. Time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard right now. And taking a look here and trying to see who is underway. And underway right now, you got Port Huron and Indiana. They are scoreless. That game is actually early into the second period already. Meanwhile, you've got Binghamton with a 1-0 first period lead over Watertown. And Athens just about to get underway here with Baton Rouge, Columbus, and Monroe. That's going to be a big battle. That's just dropping the puck here in just a moment. An 8 o'clock start for them, as is the Topeka-Biloxi game, just getting it going there. In the NHL for you, we've got a couple of later starts here tonight, and a very light night in the league. In fact, only one game from earlier today, and that's already final. The St. Louis Blues beat the Vegas Golden Knights 4-3. Coming up here at 8, you got Rangers and Panthers in the Winter Classic, the outdoor game being played in Miami tonight. So that one's going to be an awful lot of fun to keep an eye on. And a couple of 10:30 starts, Kraken, Canucks, and the Wild and Ducks. And at World Juniors today, Sweden, they can only be considered a gold medal favorite. 6-3 over Latvia. And then the Czechs, 6-2 over the Swiss. And USA right now leading Finland in the third period, 2-1. That one, that's actually a little tighter than I thought it might be. So fingers crossed the Team USA able to advance. And then 8:30 tonight, the last quarterfinal game, Slovakia and Canada. So that's your World Junior update. Of course, it is college football bowl season, and for that, we turn to Joanne Bethea. Joanne, what do we have going on?
So we already had 2 matchups today so far. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl was Navy and Cincinnati, and Navy took down the Bearcats 35-13. Rice and Texas State were in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, and Texas State took that one 41-10. And looking ahead here, it should be starting right about now. Arizona taking on SMU in the Trust and Will Holiday Bowl, and then Wake Forest versus Mississippi State also at 8 o'clock in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, not too far from here in Charlotte in the Panther Stadium.
Love it. Bear down Arizona. Let's go. All right. That's it for our first period intermission report. Second period action coming your way here in just a moment. It is 2-1. PD leading Danbury. Stay tuned. There's great hockey action coming your way. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings, we've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories. It deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we are back here on PD IceCats Hockey. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethea getting ready for second period action. Team switch in, so if you're on the radio side, it'll be left to right on your radio dial for the PD IceCats, and the Danbury Hat-Tricks coming out right now as well. Want to remind you that IceCats Hockey brought to you in part by Gatorade, the official thirst quencher, by XGen, the official recovery and rejuvenation partner, by Celsius, the official energy drink, by Pepsi, the official soft drink, by Pepsi Zero, the official soft drink of IceCats goaltenders and me. Also, Propel Water, the official water, MUSC, the official medical provider, McLeod Fitness Center, the official workout facility, Gorgat Distilling Company, the official distillery, and Powers Properties, our official housing partner. Joe, what's important for you from that first period that you want to carry over into the second? What are you underscoring, highlighting? What are you emphasizing?
I think what needs to be emphasized is that we take more shots than them. If you looked when we played them on New Year's Eve, we took almost 3 times the amount of shots that they did in the first period, but it was pretty even in the second. So I think to be successful here, we've got to take more shots instead of looking to somebody to pass it to. If there's an open lane, take it.
You know, it's interesting. Just as you said that, I decided to take a look because they do often refresh the stats here as we are underway in the second period. And they have 18-6 now, the shots in the first period. So guess what? 3 times the shots, just as you had prescribed, Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe, medicine woman.
I'm starting to get a hang of this.
Yes. So there you go. And that whistle, that's an icing. I know that. That's an icing coming back into the PD end of things here. Just 30 seconds into this second period. Second period action brought to you by Bud Light. So 18-6, that is a hearty margin. And 18 shots in a period is nothing to sneeze at. That means you were doing some work. So if they can keep that going, that'd be crazy. Almost 60 shots on pace. I always loved that stuff on the opening day of any season. Like if a guy hits 2 home runs in baseball, a sport where there's 162 games, you can jokingly say, well, he's on pace for 324 home runs this year. I always enjoy those. Those are fun. So let's see if PD can keep that pace up here. Puck right now, Danbury shoving it into the PD end of things. I'm sure the Hat Tricks feel they have something to prove here in this second period as well, because they lost the first game of this 3-game set on a Wednesday. They don't want to get blown out here in this one. So they've got to stand up at some point. But right now, Houston Wilson's got the puck in the offensive zone. Wilson curling down the right wing. Little shake and bake behind the net off the back of the cage to himself. Still has it out the far side. Into the slot. Backdoor feed. Frolov scores! Oh, what a beautiful setup. Gullo found Frolov all alone at the back door. Pretty as you please. It's 3-1.
Coach Gary, who is a big X's and O's guy, and I know he has high standards, and anytime you ask him about how the team does, he always says there's something to improve on. But I think if you ask him about that play right there, I think he would have to agree with us that that was executed perfectly.
Gullo and Wilson will pick up the helpers on that one. And for Frolov, that is his first goal in a PD uniform. So good to see him break the ice there. It's his 5th overall in the FPHL, but the first since coming over. And boy, you love that. Love to see that. And PD goes right back to the attack. Here they come again. Wilson, a shot that's blocked on the wing. Ruiz trying to clear it around. It dies in the far corner. And a bouncer to the line. Shernuk took a swat at it. Couldn't keep it in. And now on the right wing side, Rubtsov trying to put it deep. There's a shot. That one is tipped way over top of the net. Bouncer comes down behind. PD unable to get the puck out here. Push back around to the near side. Shernuk will come over. See if he can bank it off the glass. He does. And it bounces back down with Fennell. Stays out of his hockey pants. And the Hat Tricks will move it ahead. Tipped into the right side corner. Tomasi up after it. Flips it into space. Ends up at the left point. Tukane with a shot. That one drifting wide. And now in behind the goal. It's backhanded to an open wing. But Carl is there. Nathan Carl will feed it ahead. Here comes Marcin Kevics on the left side. Delays. Had it poked off his stick. That one sent down. I already hear him yelling no, so that's not icing. On to the right side for Trevor Lord. Oop, Lord tried to put it in, but he put it off of Chance Adrian, and it pinballed right back to center. They try to go in this time, and Legkov intercepts the pass, and he'll break the other way for the Hat Tricks. Legkov, left wing, swings it around the wall. Gonzalez out to cut it off. Difficult handoff back there, a little sloppy, but Danbury able to take advantage and keep the puck in. They feed it up to the left point. Shot coming in. Save Gonzalez. Susinski teed it up from the left point. But Gonzalez out, top of the blue paint, made the save, hangs on, 2:58 into the second. It's now 3-1 PD.
I don't know if you meant to do this earlier when you said shake and bake, considering it is NASCAR night here.
It is NASCAR night here.
A Talladega Nights reference.
Yes. You have that delicious, crispy smell coming from your tailpipe.
They actually have a NASCAR car here that the Darlington Raceway brought.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that earlier.
Have you ever ridden in a NASCAR?
I have, just not well, obviously not here. I am actually kind of excited because I believe we are in town the weekend of the race. Here's Frolov moving in. His shot off the shoulder there of the goaltender Penton, and it's cleared around and out. But my point is, I think I might be able to go.
It's a lot of fun.
I bet it is. Penton trying to make his way around there as it's tied up in the far corner, and now PD looking to go the other way. The last big circle track race I was at was actually the 100th anniversary of the Indy 500, and that was 10 years ago.
That's really cool. I'm very jealous.
It was crazy. It was 400,000 people. That was a zoo, putting it politely. Danbury trying to move it out. Physical play is picking up a little bit here. Gullo got wrapped up with Robinson in behind the play. And now a centering attempt. That one is blocked away, and we get a whistle as Gonzalez covers it up. But I think maybe two things to watch for here, Joe. Number one, PD doesn't want to get pushed around. They want to maintain the physical advantage. For number two, Danbury, if the score stays the way it is or gets any worse, might start to get a little frustrated.
Well, I just saw, it looks like Gullo limping off of the ice and going into the locker room. Hopefully everything's okay there.
Yeah, he went down there quickly. He's being followed by the team trainers right now back to that locker room area. Generally, when a guy goes off under his own power, though, and fairly quickly, that's a good sign, so our fingers are crossed for Nick. Face off over to the left of Gonzalez. I really wish the booth was on camera right there. That was sensational.
The audience really does miss some fun things that I do.
They do. I mean, your dancing is just, the only word I can use to describe it is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Mary Poppins would be proud.
Yes. Dump back into the PD end of things here as Wilson looking to pick it up and move it out to center. And it's bounced right back in. Razilov will go after it. Up on the forecheck, Kanderka played away from him all the way back to the hat-tricks line. Newberg will shove it into the left wing corner and head to the bench for a change here. Danbury trying to change it up in behind the play. And we're about 4:40 into the second period. The pile forms over there in that left side corner. Finally, it rolls free. And Shernock playing it ahead. It's cut off at center, though. Danbury had to wait for everybody to tag up. Now they go in. There's a wrist shot tipped over the head of Gonzalez. Bounces down in the far corner. Around the rim to the right point off Robinson and pushed out to center. And now up the left side, here's Rivers moving in. He's got help. Rivers slides it in front, but for some reason neither Wilson nor Marcinkiewicz was charging to that back post, and that puck floated free right to the back post, but neither one of them went for it. I think they might have thought the other guy was going. Marcinkiewicz into the corner, trying to pick it up. He's knocked down over there. Fennell looking to move it to the line, and it does bounce its way out to center. And now it just hopped away from Tomasi. Dumped in on a second effort here. And again, Danbury working on a change. Gonzalez will swing it back around. Now there's a lead through center. Adrian trying to leave it off into space. He's got a rolling puck, so he just fires it into the left side corner. Lord over after it. Shoves it up the wall for Carl. To the left point, McGill Diaz with a wrister. Try to bank pass, bouncer towards the front of the net. That one is poked away. Robinson off the glass. Kicked back in by McGill Diaz, but this time Fennell will skate it out. They'll put it ahead, but the play offside. We get a whistle and a break. 5:54 into the second period. 3-1 your score. As Gullo, by the way, back out there on the ice testing his skate blade, so that's a good sign. Talk about it when we come back. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
From home entertainment to the technology that keeps your world connected and secure. At PHT Audio Video and Security, we don't stop at residential solutions. Our team designs and installs professional commercial systems built for performance and reliability. Secure what matters with advanced security systems and stay protected day or night with powerful camera systems engineered for clarity. No matter the need, expertly installed and perfectly integrated.
Hey, grab me one too.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, second period action brought to you by Bud Light. It's not quite 6 minutes into the second period. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethea here with you. We got a little bit of a delay. They're repairing a stanchion down in the corner where there was a collision earlier. Looks like they're just trying to tap it back into place over there. So, Joe, we've got a little time to talk. Tomorrow's Pet Appreciation Day.
Yes.
Are we going to get to appreciate a pet
We
up
are
here in the booth tomorrow?
a special one. Her name is Porter, my girl. I love that dog. She's the love of my life.
Oh, I can't wait to meet Porter.
She was actually saved here in Florence.
Oh, okay.
She's a rescue here from Florence.
I love that. Fantastic. So we'll get to meet Porter, and you can bring your pooch to the game. And if you have, oh boy, dangerous puck rolls right in front as we come right back to action here. That one cleared into the corner and kicked right out in front. But you can, and again, we're going to tell you to email Phil, tickets at pdprohockey.com. But we're helping out the local animal shelters. There's a quick shot in front, just wide of the front of the net by Frolov. He's feeling it, man. Puck ends up at the left point. Banked down low. Shernock. And Zajac, rather, over there after it. Ruiz tying up with him. Spagarin in there. Frolov trying to pull it out. They still battle in that pile. Zajac around the rim. Past Frolov over to the near side. Spagarin, big hit on Movali, but he's able to get it out to center. As it's cleared back in, Spagarin on the right side, and now Frolov got tangled up. No penalty there. Puck at the right point. Zajac feeding it in front. Carl from the slot. A shot hit a body. Carl trying to get to the rebound. It's pushed in on Penton, and he'll hang on. And we get a little bit of hugging down there. But just to finish up, we are supporting the local Humane Society. The guys are going to wear jerseys, special jerseys in warm-ups only, but they're going to be auctioned off on Dash following the game. By the way, if you don't have Dash right now, we've been talking a little bit about Popoff on and off, the viral sensation of the PD IceCats, besides you. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But Jordan Popoff has some autographed duds up on the Dash app right now. If you want to bid on them, text the word DASH, D-A-S-H, to 66866. You'll get a link to download the app. It's legit, I promise. Set up your account. Of course, PD IceCats are your favorite team, and when you select this as favorite team and you get the notifications every single time an auction goes live, you have until the end of the game tonight to come up with some Jordan Popoff autograph merch. Wrist shot by Lord off the knob of the stick of Penton. Knocked the twig right out of his hands. Cleared out by Frondudo. PD will regroup on it. Here's Adrian. Backhanding it along, and Lord cutting in. Long-range wrister up over top of the net. Fennell up the far side. And that one is clear to the line. And Lord finished throwing a check, but now Lord ends up down on the ice. Make sure he's all right. Yeah, he's okay. Cleared around to the far side. Lord moving over there, and he'll once again run into his check. This time it's Hausman. Puck at the left point. McGill Diaz into the slot. Rivers a backhand. Save made, and Penton hangs on. Oh, here we go. Lord gets pushed down to the ice. He almost landed on top of Fennell. And now the pile forms. These guys hanging on to one another right now. Trevor Lord is angry about something.
And I will say that is out of character for him. He normally is the one that's cool, calm, and collected. So someone must have really pressed the button. You were right, though, in the pregame about the aggressiveness happening in this game.
Bedard just went over and shoved Hausman, the rookie, and Hausman didn't appear to want any part of him. I'll tell you who does, though. You look at center ice right now. They are having to walk Newberg back to his bench. And now Ruiz has got some choice words for the PD side of things. And both he and Newberg showing some frustration. Joe, we've only had one penalty in this game, but I'm going to go way out on a limb right now and say we'll probably have some more coming here before the end of the second period.
Yes. I would agree. It just so happened in that moment, most of the guys on the ice are not the ones you typically see. Part of the scuffs are in the box. But let me tell you, if Popoff would have been on the ice at that moment, I think we would have gotten a show.
I think we still may, but
we will, for sure. If I was a betting woman.
Yeah, that, honestly, this is going to be a situation that is developing and I'm sure escalating. And again, like I said, if the score stays like it is 3-1 PD or gets worse, there'll be more reason for Danbury to try to make waves in other ways. Because right now, Danbury's got one shot in this period. Gonzalez out to play it around, and here's Wilson and a lead ahead. Marcinkiewicz cutting in alone, shoots, glove, save Penton, rebound, Wilson wrapping it around up front, and Marcinkiewicz couldn't get to it. Great chance for Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Penton with a great stop. Now back the other way, Robinson leading it up the left side. Legkoff trying to cut in on goal. Miguel Diaz rides him off into the corner. And now a penalty coming up against Miguel Diaz. Well, there you go. And it's going to be a holding call, and this time it is going to be a power play for the Danbury Hat-Tricks. 8:52 time of the penalty. So on to the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill. It is the first power play of the night for Danbury. They come in with one of the worst power plays in the league at 14.3%, 81.7 on the kill for the IceCats. That is sixth. Face-off coming up to the left of Ricardo Gonzalez. This is a big moment in this hockey game because if Danbury scores, it's a different game. But if PD gets the momentum off the kill here, maybe even a shorthanded goal, because don't forget, PD leads the league in shorthanded goals. They have 7. Fennell's going to wind all the way back behind his own net. Flipped into the left wing corner, and the Hat-Tricks looking to set this up. Rubsaw putting it up top. There's a shot by Fennell, tipped into the netting. Out it goes. First 26 seconds of the penalty kill successful. Penalty killing is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of getting guys in the way, getting in those lanes, blocking those shots. And Joe, you got to sacrifice the body when you're doing this stuff. It is hard work. It leaves bruises, but it's a super important part of the game.
Well, it just shows the dedication that you have if you're willing to put your body on the line.
And a lot of these guys, I mean, that's no one likes to do that in practice. You know, but you have to learn. And now here's a chance. Houston Wilson coming the other way. Breaking in, backhand, forehand, poke checked away. And following it up, unable to get a shot away was Adrian. He was wrapped up from behind by Belfay. Back come the Hat-Tricks in on the right side. There's a shot. Gonzalez, a stick save. Fennell waiting for the rebound on the left wall. Feeds it in behind the net. Rubsov, Fennell. Back to Rubsov as they play catch in the corner on the wing over there. Kandurka looking at the pile. Fennell. And now there was a check from behind by Kandurka. No call coming on that one. Puck goes up top. Here's Belfay with it. Feeds it into the far side corner. Danbury will try the right side. Rubsov into the slot. Ruiz with a shot, and that one off the shoulder of Gonzalez around the rim, and out it goes. 30 seconds in the Danbury power play now as the puck turned over and led ahead, and now again looking for a chance. And on the right side is Gullo. Gullo knocked that pass out of the air. That was actually a nice little sleight of hand right there, but he couldn't control it enough to get a shot away eventually. Dumped back in by Danbury. Robinson playing it around to the far side. Legkoff into the right wing corner. Stops, feeds the slot, bouncing puck. And it bounces the way of Gullo, who moves it out to Lord. And that's going to do it. Power play is over. Miguel Diaz out of the box. And PD's killed it off. Danbury pushing back in on the left side. Robinson curling, looking for some help. He's wrapped up pretty good. And now it's ahead, and another breakaway chance. Rivers moving it alone, shoots, glove, save, Penton. He's got to be getting sick of seeing the breakaways. That's 3 in the period, and he's gotten them all. 8:46 to go in the second. 3-1. PD in the lead, and more scoring chances to come. This is IceCats hockey.
Do you love disc golf? Smiling Skull Disc Golf is a pro shop for disc golfers of all skill levels and budgets. We carry hundreds of discs from many different manufacturers, including plastic glow discs for those winter evening rounds. Whether you have been birdie hunting for years or you're seeking your first putter, our knowledgeable staff can help find the perfect disc for you. We also carry carts, bags, retrievers, grip enhancers, and more. Smiling Skull Disc Golf, where customers are valued and we seek to find you eternal happiness.
Grab me 1-2.
And we are back here on IceCats Hockey. Lots of folks up and dancing here to the Cotton Eye Joe. One of them may or may not be standing next to me in the booth.
It has my name in it. I have to.
It does. So there's a quick shot off the face-off. A bouncing puck goes in behind the net, fed around far side, and out it goes. I got to say, Vadim Frolov, as this is an icing call coming back into the Danbury end. Frolov scored earlier tonight, and this is the best I've seen him look this year. He has been taking shots. He's looking for the opportunities. And, I mean, you can tell sometimes when a guy's feeling it, right? I think he's feeling it tonight. He's all over it.
One thing Coach Gary mentioned was, the fact that Dom has been out and that has allowed for other guys to get in minutes and time that they don't normally get. And I think that's the silver lining we're getting to see right now. Guys that don't normally get the chance to shoot are taking the shots.
Well, and scoring some goals along the way. 3-1 PD as they win the draw, keep it in. There's a shot through traffic, and that one blocked away before it got to the net. Fed around the right wing side. Carl chasing it behind the net. And he slaps it onto the near wing. Adrian on it. And he is checked off. Tries to go right back into the pile. Carl took a stick up high. No call. Bedard swings it left side. Miguel Diaz a shot. That one right into the chest of Penton. And again, let's not overlook the game Kyle Penton's having once again. And I said this earlier, Joe, and I think you were out of the booth at that time. But, I mean, even though Danbury lost, you cannot put that at the feet of Kyle Penton for that Wednesday night loss, New Year's Eve. And tonight again, they're down 3-1, but he is playing his socks off.
Yeah, he has been an absolute wall and has been playing better than what his average statistics usually are. So I don't know what's gotten into him, but he's playing a stellar game against us.
It's a Southern hospitality. Loves it. But both goaltenders have been stellar. Gonzalez has played equally as well. Although Danbury, only 2 shots in the period right now. That's going to do nice things for your numbers, I'll tell you that, as a goaltender. Robinson on the near side, trying to get it out of his own zone, and now pushed ahead. Here's Belfay. Has Legcog with him. Waits, delays. Left side, Robinson, a wrist shot, and the save Gonzalez. He'll just hang on to it as it disappears into the gear. Face-off coming up to his right. Both teams will switch up the lines here. Shernock and Razalov out on the defense here. Zajic centering Lord and Rivers. This line has had a couple of breakaways in this period. But again, Penton has been playing well, making a couple of big stops. Also, Houston Wilson's got some jump again tonight. Maybe the interview works. Could be the good luck of the interview.
I'd like to think so.
I actually did have a couple of guys throughout the course of my career who absolutely believed in that. One of them is Ryan Hunter in Columbus. If he wasn't going well, he would come up to me and be like, hey, we got to do an interview. Like, I need to turn it around. We got to do an interview. And I'm like, okay, let's do it.
That has to make you feel good.
Yeah, oh, it's great. He believes in the power. So I'm like, But I think the first time I interviewed him, he went out and had like a two-goal game, 3-point night, something like that. So you're good luck then. It works out. Puck goes over to the far side. Better than the announcer's curse, which people blame you for all the time. You have nothing to do with.
Oh, yes.
Tukane up the left side. Moving it on ahead. Rupsov over to the right wing. A shot. That was blocked by Jurgenite. Carrying it into the corner. Tomasi plays it back around to the right point. No shot there. Fed to the right wall, and Tomasi let it go. That hit a body. Where'd it go? Comes down in the corner. Tomasi tried again. Put it on goal, and Gonzalez is going to hold. Well, that fooled everybody. That puck just disappeared for a moment and then came back down in the corner far side. Yeah, I'm curious to see where the energy level is going to be on that Danbury bench, although everybody over there standing up. I do like to try to observe the body language of benches, of sidelines, of dugouts. Like to see what everything looks like. And right now, both teams are standing up. So they're definitely still into it here. There's a shot block up top. Another try. That's another block for PD. Ruiz and Susinski couldn't get him through. Newberg pressuring. Puck turned over in the high slot. Played across. And quick change here puts Legkov right back out there. Might see a little bit more of him as his team really tries to find a way to put a puck in the net. Here's Popoff. Lead to center. Oh, just missed that breakaway pass. Adrian will chase it down. No icing. Leaves it on the left side. Pushed around behind the hat-tricks net, out the left wing. Here comes Movali. His pass ahead is lost at center. And right back in on the wing, Marcinkiewicz. Looking up top, his pass is deflected out, and now Legkov in a race with McGill Diaz. Legkov cutting in from the right wing. McGill Diaz, what a great defensive play, but not out of danger yet. Puck in front, poke check by Gonzalez. Knocked it off the stick of Rubtsov. McGill Diaz took a great angle and a fantastic stick check to knock that puck away from Legkov. Puck is banked back out to center. Danbury left side. Legkov wheeling into the slot. Tried to feed one through. That was blocked. And now Marcinkiewicz back the other way. Marcinkiewicz into the right wing side, but the play is offside as Rivers over the blue line a little bit early there. 5:22 to go in the second. Faceoff will come outside the Danbury blue line. And Joe, the teams are back to trading chances a little bit back and forth here. I don't know that I want this for the entire rest of the game, but it certainly is entertaining.
It is. I was about to say you don't want to see it lopsided, but actually, yes, I would like to see it lopsided.
Okay. That's fair. We're allowed. We know who pays us. Puck tied up on the near side, and it's turned over. Belfay in the high slot will skate it out for Danbury. And on the right wing, he is pushed off by Chernak, feeds it around, and tricky hop again out of that corner. Gonzalez held onto it to get the whistle. Gonna have to start watching that far corner. That's happened a couple of times now where it's kicked right towards the front of the net. The good news is that is the shoot twice end. So maybe PD can learn something, send the puck around that wall, and you never know. Set a guy in front, you get a break, get a bounce.
Well, like I told you, that corner, it about got me earlier.
The little bumpy over there and a little awkward, and you know what? Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Here is PD pushing their way back in. A shot in on goal. That is gloved and held by Penton. And actually, we're going to get to a break, so we will delay it even further. 4:51 to go in the second. 3-1 your score. We're back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching.
Over a minute to go on the power play. We get a whistle. And that's going to, let's see, face off will go outside. that Danbury line. 55.3 seconds to go. Ruiz in against from Adrian, and Danbury wins that draw back, and Ruiz shaking out his right hand. Adrian got a piece of him and gave him a little pat on the way by as an apology. Ruiz down low looking for a shorthanded chance all the way in to the PD end of things. That one's turned away, and now 37 seconds to go. Here comes Miguel Diaz in on the right side. Marcinkiewicz, or pardon me, that's Carl who's out there now. Carl tried to pass up top. That was blocked. Robinson to the line. It's still on the blue line. And that one is kept in. Spagarin into the corner to Adrian. Adrian, time's running down here, 19 seconds of the period. Carl. Adrian, back to Carl. Carl, up top to the point. Miguel Diaz looking across over to the left side. Rivers feeds it down low off the boot of Adrian. A bouncer. That one is out of play off the glass, I believe. So no delay of game there. Just a face-off in the offensive zone for PD with 5.4 seconds to go in the second period. Draw to the right of the hat tricks goal. It's tied up one back. Marcinkiewicz, a shot, Penton the save, and it's cleared as the horn sounds to end second period action. I'll tell you what, Danbury has to have a moment to appreciate their goaltender. He has absolutely been under siege. But he's been making the saves and keeping them in this game. It's 3-1. IceCats after two, and it could be a lot worse. Stopped 3 breakaways in that period. 5 seconds of power play time, by the way, will carry over into the second period for the PD IceCats. But boy, oh boy, I mean, they've got to feel good about the period, and even with a hot goaltender, I still don't think there's a lot to complain about for PD the way things went. And they just have to be mindful. Remember, you're playing these guys again tomorrow night. And Danbury may want to do a little tone setting before then. So we'll have to see. But for the time being, 40 minutes in, it's 3-1. IceCats in the lead. We're going to take a break and move it on into our second period intermission report. We'll wrap up the scoring, look inside the numbers from that period for you. Plus, we've got a big old update of that out-of-town scoreboard, so stay tuned. There's more coming your way. 3-1 after 2. This is IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by McLeod Health and Fitness Center, the wellness leader. Austin and Associates. The right agent can lead the way. Hertz Car Rentals. Smart deals for any destination. Sports Clips Haircuts. The pros in men's and boys' hair.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
I'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
No matter which forklifts you walk into, you'll know it's special. And just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment. From our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
The PD IceCats are lighting up the scoreboard, and Powers Properties is proud to be the official housing provider. Looking for an apartment? Powers Properties has you covered with modern apartments, convenient locations, and a team that puts you first. Just like the IceCats, we know what it takes to win, on and off the ice. Score big with Powers Properties. Relax, you are home.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we're back here in our second period intermission report. Tom Callahan here with you. PD IceCats Hockey. Thanks for joining us, everybody. As this second period intermission is brought to you by Yokohama Tires. IceCats Hockey also brought to you by Cumulus Radio, our official broadcast partner. By Sports Clips, our official hair cutter. M&M Printing and Graphics, the official printing partner. Seminar Brewery, the official craft beer partner. CLC Transportation, the official travel partner. Palmetto Smiles, the official dentist. White Swan Dry Cleaning, our official dry cleaners. And Battle LP, the official fuel provider, powering the Olympia. Let's take a look back at the scoring from period number 2 as another period where PD just absolutely takes advantage of Danbury in the shots on goal category. 9-2 PD outshoots the hat tricks, and only one goal to tell you about, surprisingly, out of all those 11 shots, but it belonged to PD, and it was early in the period. And again, Vadim Frolov, his first in an IceCats uniform, from Wilson Angullo, just an absolutely beautiful tic-tac-toe passing play. Frolov finishes it off, his 5th of the season, and that made it 3-1. In that period, the IceCats had 3 breakaway chances. All 3 of them huge saves by the goaltender. And honestly, if Kyle Penton is not standing on his melon right now, this could be 5-1, 6-1, or worse. It's been that kind of game, and PD is putting everything they can, including the kitchen sink, at the Danbury cage, and their goaltender is keeping them in this game. It's only 3-1 right now. Does not feel like a 3-1 game, but in a positive way if you're a PD fan. If you're an IceCats fan, it's good. If you're a Hat-Tricks fan, you just got to hope that your team catches a break or two here in the third period. Now, it's only a 2-goal game. Things happen. You can turn it around in a period. 2 goals is not insurmountable. That's the other thing the IceCats need to keep in mind here as they come out. They only have 5 seconds of carryover power play time, so for all intents and purposes, they're going to go 1 for 2 on the power play. Danbury did get a power play chance in that period, didn't convert. They're 0 for 1. And again, I told you shots 9-2, so right now it really looks like that ice is tilted firmly towards the Hat-Tricks end. But we'll see what the third period is indeed like. Is it going to get more physical? Are the Hat-Tricks considering some tone setting for tomorrow night? Well, maybe not. It's still only a 2-goal game, so we'll see how that's all going to work itself out here. But at this point, you know it's not going to be an easy third period, no matter what. If you are in the Danbury locker room, if you're in the PD locker room, you have to expect it's going to be a physical finish to this one here tonight. Stay tuned. We've got a big out-of-town scoreboard update coming your way. We've got FPHL hockey. The NHL's got the Winter Classic going on. College football, bowl games, all that and more. Back with more in a moment. 2 periods in the books. 3-1. PD in the lead. This is IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings. We've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do. preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories, it deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
2 periods in the books. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethea here with you, and we are in the Yokohama Tires second period intermission report. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for you right now. In the FPHL, Indiana's got a 3-1 lead over Port Huron. That is 2 periods in the books. Binghamton 2-0 over Watertown late in the second there. Blue Ridge, Twin City tied up at 1 in the second. 1-1 also Rock Lobsters and Zydeco at the end of 1. Monroe with a 4-2 lead over Columbus. That game's still in the first period, believe it or not. And then you've got Biloxi 2-0 over Topeka. That one is at the end of the first period. In the NHL, the Winter Classic, Rangers-Panthers scoreless late in the first period of that game. Final from earlier today, Blues 4, Golden Knights 3. Late face-offs tonight at 10:30, Kraken, Canucks, and the Wild and the Ducks. Bad news for those of you rooting for Team USA at the World Juniors. They have been eliminated in the quarterfinal. Finland, 4-3 overtime winners over Team USA. And Joe's got our college football bowl game update. Joe, what's going on? Let me unmute you.
You trying to tell me something? Earlier today, we had Rice and Texas State in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, and Texas State took that one 41-10. Navy and Cincinnati in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and Navy came out on top 35-13. Not too far away from here in Charlotte, North Carolina, the Mayo Bowl is happening right now, and it is 15-6 Wake Forest on top of Mississippi State. And I have bad news for you, Tom. Your Arizona Wildcats are down 14-0 as they take on SMU.
How much time's left in that one? Plenty of time? Is that what you're telling me? Plenty of time?
Oh, yeah. They still have 3 quarters of football to play.
Oh, yeah. We'll be
in the Trust and Will Holiday Bowl.
Okay. All right. Well, fingers crossed. Bear Down, Arizona. It's a random rooting interest, but I come by it honestly. I have worked for Arizona Athletics, so that is as much of a college team because Buffalo is a pro football market. Like, we're Bills all the way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny being back in a spot where, everybody is hyper concerned about SEC, ACC, everything going on there. And it's
I am.
Yeah, yes, you absolutely are. It runs in your blood.
As I've mentioned to the viewers before, father played on Clemson's 1981 national championship team, and my grandfather also played football at Clemson, and I attended Clemson. So blood is orange.
There you go. That's, hey, you know what? You come by it honestly, at least. So that's fair enough. Here, we've got a 3-1 game on our hands, and PD in the lead. This is, boy, I have so many questions how this third period's going to go. And that's why it's going to be exciting to watch it unfold, because it did get a little feisty there towards the end. And I know you were down at ice level there. Were there any interesting exchanges?
There was. I saw as Huey was coming off the ice. I unfortunately did not get to hear what was said, but it looked like Coach Gary was giving Wilson a few choice words. Like, he was not happy about something he was doing just by looking at his body language. He was talking to him in a coaching manner, I should say. But one thing I also want to mention, and I've noticed it every time I go down, is that Diaz is always the last one off the ice. He is always standing there at the door, not the door to the ice, fist pumping the guys, giving them encouraging words. So he really takes that C on his chest to heart and trying to lead these guys and be positive reinforcement that they need sometimes.
And even this morning at morning skate, I mean, you can see that. He does take it seriously, but he's over there even trying to wrangle guys to help with social media posts.
Yes.
And being that it is, it's NASCAR night, racing night, whatever you want to call it here this evening. I mean, if you're a fan of racing, this is the night to be here, because there's a big old race car parked out there in the lobby, I believe. And you know what? I was talking to Scott Brand. I'm like, Scott, can we get a race car? Can we get one to run on the local tracks? How cool would that be?
That actually would be. I would be here for that.
Yeah, no, I've already brought it up. I'm like, that would be fantastic. I would love to see our logo on a baby blue car running around out there.
That would be beautiful,
How
too.
How cool would that be?
I hate to say it as a Clemson girl, because baby blue usually means
I know, Carolina
blue, but every Clemson fan, close your ears right now. I love that blue. I do.
And, it was a shock for me when I moved here. I didn't realize how close we are to Darlington Speedway. I had no idea. When people are like, oh, yeah, Darlington's just over there, I'm like, wait, that Darlington? Like, yes, that Darlington. I had no idea.
People don't realize that for such a big race, it is in a tiny town.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's kind of funny. If you've ever been anywhere near Bristol, there is one road in, one road out. And you better plan on a good 5 hours either way trying to get to that track.
It's not that bad, I will say.
Okay.
From personal experience, because in 2024 in September, I went to – that was actually the one and only time I've been.
Okay.
And my parents told me that you cannot say you're from the PD area until you've been to a race at Darlington. So if you're a PD fan listening right now, I'm going to pass that also off to you. If you have not been to a race, you're not from the PD yet.
Okay. Well, like I say, I'm hoping I'll be able to go in the springtime and check it out.
It's a cultural experience.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. The last actual NASCAR race I went to was back at Watkins Glen. So, and that's been a minute since I've been to that one. So, but the only professional racing circuit I haven't seen in person, and it's definitely on the bucket list, is Formula One.
Yes.
I want to see a Formula One race.
I feel like it's really popular right now. I see it on my TikTok all the time.
Yeah, it's huge. So
that and the Indy 500 and the Masters is also on my list.
I've got both of those. So
You've been to the Masters?
I have.
Well, you did live in Augusta.
Yep. 3 of the 4 years I got to go, and I will say this: if you want to go, the practice rounds are the more fun time to go.
Really?
Yeah, because if you're there during the tournament and things happen and somebody goes on a run, you've got to try to find out what's going on and then get over there. And by then, there's already a huge crowd following that player. You're better off watching it, especially Sunday on TV. But the practice rounds are great because the players talk to you, they socialize. And one year I followed Gary Player around, And all he did was he'd go out, he'd hit his shot down the middle, he'd come over to the ropes, he'd tell jokes, flirt with the old ladies, and then go hit his shot again. Then he'd come back over, tell more jokes, flirt some more. And it was so much fun following Gary play around. It's one of the best experiences I ever had at a golf course.
I will say one golf tournament that's great to go to is the Heritage, because it's the one right after the Masters. So then you get to see whoever won the Masters. So I went to the Heritage when Scotty Scheffler won the Masters, and so I made it my mission to see him tee off, and it was really cool because I got to stand right there beside him. So if you ever want to see who won the Masters, actually get to play the Heritage. It's down there in Hilton Head, so not far from here.
Nope, not too far.
Great tournament to go to.
Absolutely. We've got to get to a break because the third period is coming up. It's 3-1. PD in the lead. We're back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
In the heart of Florence, South Carolina, discover Palmetto Smiles, where artistry meets advanced dental care, led by Dr. Brian Sang. Dr. Sang is a highly trained implant and cosmetic dentist dedicated to transforming smiles with advanced techniques. He's committed to continuing education and bringing the latest methods to every patient. At Palmetto Smiles, comprehensive dentistry is under one roof: general care, restorative solutions, TMJ therapy, delivered with compassion. Ready for a healthier, more beautiful smile? Call 843-203-5155 or visit palmettosmiles.com. Dr. Brian Sang and his team can't wait to welcome you.
At the Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
We are live at Zapata's Grill on the IceCats broadcast network. Let's see what the IceCats are ordering.
I want quesadilla. ¿Qué te ordena? I want fajitas cocoon. I get burrito from Terra. Frijoles refritos.
Here comes the food. Teamer with a double miter for elbowing. Zapata's Grill, a preferred restaurant partner of the PD IceCats. Teamer, how'd you feel about the food?
Timur approved.
Pause PD!
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Margarita's Mexican Restaurant, where every dish is a celebration of taste. Tomlinson Sales. Get your PD IceCat apparel here. 7 locations to serve you. Something to Remember Wedding Productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told. And the official video graphic designer for the PD IceCats.
And we are back. Drum roll complete. It is in the air tonight here in PD. The IceCats hopefully can feel a win coming on here. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethea here with your third period action. Is brought to you by Pepsi. 5 seconds of power play time for the IceCats up there. As their second power play chance. They are 1 for 1 right now, but looking like 1 for 2. But Joanne, again, we talked about it in the intermission. We're just curious to see what direction does this period go? Does it instantly turn physical? Does Danbury come out and just try to throw everything? They only had 2 shots in the second period. They need more than 2 shots if they're getting back in this game.
That's an insane stat to only have taken 2 shots.
Defensively, well, I mean, it's a product of, number one, PD really did a nice job defensively. They broke up some serious scoring chances, but also, you know, when you've got the puck all the time, it's real hard for the other team to score goals. A clear down the ice is going to end the power play chance here. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey to start the third. Here's Houston Wilson up the left side. He carries it in. Toe drag, wrist shot blocked and cleared down. That'll be an icing call here just 24 seconds into the second period. Third period. We're in the third period. I want to play more hockey.
Don't wish that evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
There's nothing evil about an extra period of hockey. It's all fun.
If it means that we go into overtime when we're winning, yes, it does.
Okay, I meant a full period.
Okay. I thought you meant overtime.
It was a mythical, non-existent extra period of hockey that just would have been fun. So, Right now, PD has its 3-1 lead, and they're trying to batten those hatches down. McGill Diaz back after it in behind his own net. Pressured on the forecheck here. He'll try the left side. Dumped into the far corner. Marcinkiewicz up after it. He's pushed down, scoots right back up. Pops it along towards the right point, but it comes out to center and pulled right back in. Marcinkiewicz, left side Rivers. His wrister bounces right in front off the boot there. Fennell will put it off the glass, down the ice. And Chernak around after it. Kicks away from Wilson off the dasher into the slot area. Dangerous moment there. Robinson off angle chance. Gonzalez the save. So already Danbury halfway to their shot total of the second period.
Well, when you only have 2.
Yeah. So icing, no. Okay, they'll wave that off. Chernak will reverse it around behind the net looking for Razalov while PD in the middle of a change here. Carl with a flip into space. It does bounce out over the line. Lord lost it in the skates. Adrian brought it in. That is an offside call at the Danbury blue line. By the way, we never finished talking about Pet Appreciation Night coming up here. It is $5. You can bring your dog. It is only dogs, by the way, and they are in a special section. But all benefits going to the local Humane Society. And again, those jerseys the guys are going to wear, you can auction those. You can buy those on the Dash auction. Right now, there's Jordan Popoff stuff up on Dash that is autographed if you're a Pops fan, and a lot of people are. Text the word DASH, D-A-S-H, to 66866. Download the app, set up your account, make us your favorite, and then you'll get notified every time you bid on something. If you happen to get outbid, when a new auction starts, all of that fun stuff. But now we have to find out why it is that not only is Jordan Popoff virally sensational on the internet right now, but Joanne, I believe you are now trending on the socials.
I am.
What?
It started with TikTok. I put up a video of me walking in my heeled boots, and I said, adding can walk on heels on ice to my resume, and it has just gone viral, even though people were saying that since they were chunky heels that they didn't count. So then I did another video earlier today on fresh ice in pump stilettos to show the crowd, to show the fans that I can indeed walk in actual heels on fresh ice.
And I was going to say, it was fresh ice. That took some guts. I give you credit.
Thank you.
Yes. Trevor Lord went over to the bench, doubled over, and we're keeping an eye on him. He's getting a little attention from the trainers right now. We'll keep our fingers crossed that is just a little bit of a stinger there for Lord. 2 minutes into the third period. That's why I said second period. It still says second period on the scoreboard.
Not your fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. I should know better. Jurgenite back into his own end after the loose puck here. PD's going to regroup. They'll try the right side. Here's Popoff off the boards and out to center. This will be the last game without Dominik's Marcinkiewicz. He will return to the lineup after serving the final game tonight of a 6-game suspension. And boy, if PD can pick up this win, that's a big 3 in a row for them. As it's bumped off the dasher out to center, comes down right at the feet of Robinson. They'll work it back in for Danbury, cutting to his left. It's pushed away into that far corner. Now bumped up the wall as Rubtsov was knocked down. Jurgenite caught from behind there by Legkov. Jurgenite got slashed on the hand, trying to get the attention of the ref there. Now he's going to head off for a change, but no penalty. Back comes Danbury. McGill Diaz filling in on the left side, pushed that puck out of the zone, and now Hatricks wanted to weave back in. They had to wait, tag things up. Long shot in. Gonzalez will glove it aside, leave it for McGill Diaz. Danbury will change it up. And up the left side, Diaz a lead ahead, and here comes Houston Wilson. Stops, feeds the right wing. Bedard pushing in again. His wrister shrugged aside with the block around to the left winger's Marcinkiewicz. For Diaz at the line, he keeps it in past Wilson, around in behind the net. Back up the near side by Movali. Bouncing puck there is cleared, hit a body, doesn't leave. Left side, Houston Wilson. Down the left wing, into the corner, centering attempt for Marcinkiewicz. Poked away, Belfay couldn't clear it out. Wilson in the left side corner. And there's a chance, Marcinkiewicz, that hit a body in front, ends up at the right point. Bedard backing up, slides it down the right wing wall. Odd kick off the puck board over there. Works its way free and is cleared out by Frandudo. Down the ice, a wave off icing already. McGill Diaz will turn it back ahead. Marcinkiewicz will weave through center. He's got help with him. Marcinkiewicz curls, waits, flips into space, but that's picked off easily by Danbury. They're going to come the other way. In on the right side, a shot, and that one is ripped up over top of the net by Tomasi, and it goes out of play. 4:19 into the third period. 3-1 your score. PD in the lead. I can finally take a breath.
That was a lot of play.
That was a lot going on. But you know what? It tells me, at least right now, Joe, Danbury is not going to let the game get away from them. You know, they are trying to push and find a goal. And, you know, if you get one, you make it a one-goal game. I mean, anything happens at that point. So as it skipped off the glass down the ice, that'll be an icing call. And the face-off will come right back into the PD end. And to that end, I mean, the IceCats now, your focus is, hey, take care of business in your own end of the ice.
Try to play the defense that you played in the second period.
2 shots on goal for Danbury in that second period. Yeah, I think Coach Gary would be thrilled if they could replicate that. There's a shot block in front. They've done a nice job of that tonight, getting bodies in the way. Chipped ahead on the left side by Carl. Carl looking in front, a rolling puck, and that one is popped into the corner. Good to see Lord back out there taking a shift. Carl tried to center looking for Adrian, and that one went the other way. Puck ends up in the PD end. Dangerous moment there, but Adrian moves it up the left side. And now ahead, here's Carl. 2-on-1 in with Lord. Feeds Lord. Lord lost it behind him. Gets it back. Adrian set it in front. And the puck finds his way back to Carl. His shot, and that one hit a body. Didn't get through. Boy, Penton was scrambling around, and the goal crease was down at one point, but they just couldn't get the puck through to the net. Turned over at center, dumped in left side. Here's Frolov. Frolov driving on the wing, wraps it around out the far side into the slot. Wanted Gullo, tipped away. Now Belfay moving it ahead, cutting in towards the net, and a penalty coming up on PD here as Kanderka was pulled down. It's going to be a hooking call against the IceCats. Well, you don't want to give Danbury too many kicks at the power play here. It is only their second chance of the game, but still, you don't want to give them the confidence of having those power play minutes. All right, we're going to take a break. 5:31 gone here in the third. 3-1 your score. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
Face-off coming up to the left of the IceCats goal. Tom Callahan, Joanne Bethea here with you. And now the hat tricks on the power play as the puck is poked out of there by Zajac. Jurgenite in the box for hooking. And it is the second Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill of the evening. Fennell moving into the near side. Rubtsov side of the net, getting it back now at the dot. Try to push it in front. Came back to him. He'll feed up top. Fennell over one time, and that one blocked off McGill. Diaz in front after he and Legkov kind of got tangled there, and he lunged forward, ended up blocking the shot. Fennell back over to the near side. Rubtsov down low. Legkov up top. Rubtsov from the dot, and that is held by Gonzalez. Out there on the angle, just down to the butterfly, and able to hang on to that one. No rebound available.
Going back to talking about the IceCats defense, there was a moment in the second period when Diaz took the puck from Legkov, who Legkov is the team's leading like everything. And it was like in that moment when I was like, that's not a good sign if he can have the puck taken from him.
There's a shot and a save by Gonzalez, and look who's right on the doorstep sniffing. It is Legkov. He ends up with it now on the near side. Rubtsov, Legkov into the right side corner. Feeds it up top, Fennell over to the dot. One time, and that one is ripped back across the grain by Robinson. Rubtsov keeping it in on the right side. The end of the right wing corner. Legkov tipped in front, a bouncing puck taken away by Houston. Wilson trying to dart through the D. Wilson is hooked up, couldn't get through for a scoring chance. No penalty call coming. And now back the other way. Danbury quickly attacking, but boy, oh boy, this team is so dangerous shorthanded. Just one burst of speed. Wilson, Marcinkiewicz, any of them just gone. Danbury trying to set up, puck tied up at the far wall. Legkov in the left side corner. Wrapped around, 20 seconds to go on the power play. 3-1 PD. It kicks its way to Gullo. He'll just move it through center and ease it on down. 10 seconds in the man advantage. Last rush for the hat tricks here. Jurgenite already up on his skates looking to get out of the box. There's a wrist shot wide of the net. Wraps its way around. And to the far side, Bedard looking for Jurgenite out of the box. Wanted to lift one to him. Puck didn't leave the zone. It sent the rest of the way by Gullo. No icing as the line's resetting here for PD and also for Danbury. That'll be icing going back the other way. No, it won't. Miguel Diaz on the right side. He'll play it off the glass. Down it goes. That's an icing call. 7:57 gone here in the third period. So they get through that Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill, Joe. That's a big moment there. Gonzalez didn't have to do a whole heck of a lot. Had to make a couple of good saves, though. But for the most part, sigh of relief.
I think you can really attribute it to the fact that Coach Gary, his mind, he's such a disciplined mind, and so I think he probably puts extra emphasis on his guys in situations like that to be extremely focused.
Rivers is going to bring it ahead here on the left wing side. And now leaves it off. Here's Lord. Had it stick check there and couldn't get that shot away. Back the other way, Legkov. He might play the whole third period. Legkov cutting across a shot, and they score. Rubtsov on the far side. Open at the far dot. Beats Gonzalez on the blocker side. And 8:20 into the third period. It is now a one-goal game.
Like I mentioned earlier, he is the guy that you don't want having the puck. That is now his 42nd point of the season, which is on his team by far the most points.
Well, coming into this series, he was tied for 6th in league scoring, tied for 4th in goals, tied for 6th in assists. So Legkov has definitely done an awful lot of work. Rubtsov, that's his 4th of the year. We'll see where are things going to go from here. As at this moment, PD needs to put their foot back on the gas, Joe. And there's another icing call against the IceCats. But, I mean, I hope they didn't come into this third period and think, you know what, we've really had luck on our side. We've played well. We're just going to see this one out. You just can't do that. You got to keep the foot down.
I have to imagine, knowing Coach Gary's personality, that he is all gas, no brakes. Like in the interview he did with you earlier, saying he doesn't have resolutions. If you're not disciplined 365 days of the year, don't start on day one. So I can only imagine during that intermission he was really giving it to him to stay disciplined in this third period and emphasize playing 60 minutes of hockey.
Well, they got to finish this one out for sure, but this has been Danbury's probably best looking period so far in this game, although PD with a chance here. Popoff, left side, Jurgenite feeding it on to the left wing corner, getting it back up top now. Jurgenite tried a shot, that one deflects just wide of the net. Around to the far side, Kandurka can't clear. Carl keeps it in, but only momentarily. And now it does come out to center, and Kandurka skating it ahead. Tried to walk in through the D, got stood up there by Jurgenite. Belfay forced a shot that found the glass. Roller to the line is sent into the near corner. Popoff trying to bank it ahead here. And now Spagarm with a pass tipped down the ice by Adrian into the left wing corner. Adrian trying to spin free. Can't move it in front. Pulled away from him by Legro up the far side. Razulov down for the right point. Keeps that bouncer alive. Adrian into the right wing corner. Legro has lost his stick on the play. Puck up top. Razulov on the backhand across to Shernock. Back over Adrian. Quick shot. Save made and held on to by Penton. And Joe, I mean, he hasn't had much to do in this period, but think back to those 3 breakaways he faced in the second period. How big are all 3 of those saves right now?
I'll say one word.
Huge.
But I mean, seriously, it's saves like that really come down to when it's close games like this that make a huge difference.
Could be 4-2, could be 5-2. There's a draw win and a shot tipped wide. And again, he's played excellent both games that he has played. I don't know if we'll see him again tomorrow night. Probably not at this point. But boy, oh boy, he's kept Danbury where they are, which is still in this hockey game. Puck at center. Frolov moving it ahead on the left side to Lord. Swung around and away to the right point. Razulov steps down the wall. He'll backhand it into the corner. Now push back past him and down the ice. Shernock trying to take the angle. Now a feed in front. Here's a shot, and that one got a piece of Gonzalez's left arm. Might have nicked the outside of the post, too. But Belfay was in again by himself there. And PD struggling a little bit here in this third period. Danbury also, though, I will say, is trying to stretch the ice a little bit more here. Get guys in behind the D, try to create some breaks, and starting to work. Frolov will fling it across onto the right side. Here's Lord. Lord moving in over the line, tried to put that one through traffic. It was blocked, comes back over to the near side. Belfay watched by Wilson. The defensemen run into each other in front of the Danbury net. Played back behind the goal, around to the near side. Susinski sending it down. Miguel Diaz turning for it. That'll be an icing call here with 8:33 to go in the third. 3-2 your score. PD still in the lead. Third period action brought to you by Pepsi. We're back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
From home entertainment to the technology that keeps your world connected and secure. At PHT Audio Video and Security, we don't stop at residential solutions. Our team designs and installs professional commercial systems built for performance and reliability. Secure what matters with advanced security systems and stay protected day or night with powerful camera systems engineered for clarity. No matter the need, expertly installed and perfectly integrated.
Hey, grab me 1-2.
Third period action brought to you by Pepsi. 3-2 your score. PD IceCats in the lead. Same two teams back at it again tomorrow night, 7:15 puck drop, 7 o'clock on the Powers Properties pregame show. Don't forget to stay tuned tonight. Joanne's going to have a player we think joining her postgame. We'll try to see if we can pull that one off here this evening. Nonetheless, 8.5 minutes left. They got to hang on to this win.
This, unfortunately, is kind of looking like the old IceCats.
Well, the old IceCats hopefully got buried as they've won 2 in a row. And that is all. It's 2026 now, Joanne.
Yes,
it's
you're
a
right,
different
you're right,
year.
you're right.
Different year. Already had to get used to writing 26. It's weird. IceCats trying to move it ahead. Here they come. Here's Rivers. Left side, cutting it wide to the D. Wrist shot tipped way out of play. Souvenir into section 226. Right over the Pepsi Cola of Florence sign. And Pepsi, as I've come to know, was born in the Carolinas.
Yes. You got to try peanuts in your Pepsi. That's a thing.
You know, that's a thing my dad liked. I think, and if I remember correctly, when he was in the Navy, that was a big thing. So, yep, the peanuts in the old Pepsi Cola. For me, it's a Pepsi Zero. But I do have both peanuts and Pepsi Zero at home, so we can make this happen. Miguel Diaz takes it away in front of his own net. He's going to bring it back the other way. He'll flip it into the left wing corner. And out for a stroll to play it away is Penton. He got run into over there now. Behind the play, Miguel Diaz is trying to get away while the puck is at center ice. He's getting a rough ride over there from Tukane, but they finally separate. Back driving on the right side is Legkov. Legkov run into by Zajic. Puck free. A bouncer towards the front of the net. Ends up at the left point. Fennell through traffic. Tapped away by Miguel Diaz. Not out of the zone. There's a shot. Tukane and a glove save. Gonzalez. Good job by Ricardo Gonzalez to find that puck through traffic. He hasn't had to do a whole heck of a lot here tonight, but that was a solid save right there. 7:14 to go in the third. 3-2 your score. PD in the lead. I like they break out the Rico Suave for him when he makes a save like that. That's fun.
Chris is good at his job.
Yes, and Chris enjoys that stuff too, which I love. All right, Jurgenite with it behind his own net. Looking to stretch through the middle. Here's Carl. And that one off his stick pops into the Danbury bench. So it's going to be Adrian in for the face-off here. Out there with Carl on his left side. And that one is won back by Danbury. Legkov putting it back over. Rupsov couldn't hang on to it. Push back into the hat tricks end of things. Fennell's got to go all the way back down the goal line. Plays it off the glass. Out of play. We get a whistle. No delay of game, though, because it was off the glass.
You've got Tom dancing now. I've rubbed off on you.
Yeah. I only have one move. It is the same move for every song. Face off to the right of the hat tricks net. And again, off the glass. This bouncer stays in, though, at center. Legkov will turn it down the ice. Ends up pinned up behind the PD net. Left point past Fennell and out to center. And he turns it over. Adrian just inside the blue line. Curling there on the wall. He'll feed it down low. And Lord rather, trying to play it back over towards Carl. Adrian on the left side. Bouncer up to the left point. Shernock. Well, he kept it in, but it popped up over the glass and went out of play. Now we're just kind of creeping down the stretch a little bit here. I don't know if that's the worst thing necessarily, though, for PD, if they just slow this game down and kind of grind it, and, maybe make it a little more frustrating for Danbury.
I would agree. I'm looking right now at the stats, and we have had 34 shot attempts to their 13. So we are definitely working a little bit more than they are. So maybe slowing it down and not using so much energy might be in our favor.
There's been a lot of board battles here. And, of course, one of the things we notice is there's a giveaway on the left side, a centering feed for Marcinkiewicz, taken away there by Frandudo. He'll get the puck at least to center, but it's stolen right back. Marcinkiewicz working in, stops, waiting for a little bit of help. He's by himself in the pile, but doing a nice job hanging on to the puck. Now Wilson out with it. Wilson, wrist shot, glove, saved by Penton. And he'll freeze that one. But, Joe, what we see a lot of times is they'll run the clock. The referees want them to move the puck. So if you want to kill some clock, you put it in a pile in the corner and you just throw a couple of guys in there. You work hard to not move the puck.
Yep.
And just let the clock run. That's also a very tiring thing to do, though. That takes a lot of effort to hold your position on the wall like that.
Yeah.
You were holding your position on the wall earlier today talking to Houston Wilson. You're doing pretty good.
You will all get to see that.
I cannot wait for that to come out. I'm going to try to have that ready for tomorrow. Miguel Diaz on the far side, tying it up over there. I actually do have to coordinate with Emily Voigt, our wonderful social media coordinator, because she's going to put that out on the socials as well. So we'll let you know when that makes its debut. Back the other way, Danbury. They'll bring it in left side. Centering attempt, pop-off block that one. Backhanded away by Rivers. Nope, hit a body, goes into the corner. And now it's cleared around. Marcinkiewicz across. Jurgenite has it. Jurgenite to center by himself. He'll dump it in. And now PD is going to go for the line change here. 4:43 to go in the third. We get a whistle in behind the play, and too many men on the ice. Too many men on the ice. Let's see who that one's going to be. I'll let you know when we come back. How about that? We'll get to a break. 4:42 to go in the third. Third period action brought to you by Pepsi. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Dal Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Dal Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
And we are back here on IceCats Hockey. Third period action presented by Pepsi. 4:42 to go in the third. It was too many men against Danbury. Back to the Chick-fil-A power play for the IceCats. Boy, this could seal it away here if they're able to come up with a goal. Time of the penalty, 15-19. And there's a chance down low off the right pad of the goaltender. Puck free behind the net. Wilson will play it around to the right side. Here's Lord. Lord moving it up top. Over to the left side now. Zajac turning back into space with it up top. Razilov, a drive and another save there. Penton knocks that one away. Around the rim it goes right side. Lord into the corner. Marcinkiewicz. Wilson over to try to help out. Frees it towards the dot. And we get a whistle and a penalty coming up. It's going to be 5-on-3, an elbowing call. And now that is a huge momentum swing. 5-on-3 for 1:27 seconds. .52, time of the elbowing call. And that one is against Noah Robinson. So now PD really with a chance to ice this. The Chick-fil-A power play now on chances 3 and 4. 1 for 2 right now. Wilson in there for the faceoff. He's got Zajac to his left. Marcinkiewicz tried to jump in quickly. Puck ends up in the far corner. And down for the left point, Razilov able to keep it in. Wilson tried to leave it off in space, but Legro picks it up. He backhands to the line, past Zajac and down the ice. So PD is going to have to reset here. Well, I'd feel good about an insurance marker right now. Lord up the right side. He'll work it in over the line. Lord. Razilov. Marcinkiewicz up top. Banned on a shot. Had it chopped off his stick. Danbury looking for a way to clear this. And it kicks right up the slot off a stanchion. Marcinkiewicz ends up with it. He'll feed it up top to Lord. Lord over the left side. Razilov to Lord. They'll switch. Lord. Oh, boy, he found some daylight top corner, just didn't hit the net. Over to Lord one time, and the save made. Penton. Rebound to the left side corner. Wilson in there. Zajac trying to pull it out. They say puck played with a high stick. And that'll put the face-off outside. 25 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. 3:06 to go in this Pepsi third period. Adrian in for the face-off. Pushed ahead, here's Carl. 5-on-3 here for the second power play unit, Carl. Left point, McGill Diaz. He'll go to his right. Get it back to Carl near dot. He looks in, wrist shot! Oh, off the shoulder of the goaltender, and Spagarin just missed getting to that rebound. 5 seconds to go in the 5-on-3, and then we go 5-on-4 for about half a minute. McGill Diaz carrying it up the ice. 5-on-4 it is. They'll send it around the rim. Carl in the corner. Try to go left point. Rip down past Rivers. Gonzalez has to come out to play it. He'll leave it there for McGill Diaz. And now they try to catch him in a change. Here's Rivers up the left side. Espagarin going to the net. Rivers tried to leave it off. It was cleared off the glove of McGill Diaz out to center. He'll at least slap it away. But 8 seconds to go on the power play here as Carl is stepping off the ice so they can get another defenseman out there. That's going to do it. So they went from 1 for 1 to 1 for 4 on the power play here, and now with 2 minutes to go, Danbury has life. They killed off a 5-on-3, and they are in this game. It's a 1-goal game. Spagarin looping back in his own end here. The IceCats just want to throw that puck down, which Shernock does here. Make him go 200 feet. But also know that it's very likely the goaltender's coming out soon. Puck doesn't get past center, though. Danbury's got to try the left side. And they overskate it. Wilson goes back after it. And now a pass ahead, that missed. They say no icing, though. However, on it is Shernock. He'll swing it around the rim. Off a stanchion, it comes out to center. Danbury fires it back in, and the goaltender is out of the net. So 6-on-5 now for the hat tricks. Empty net, crowd anticipating as Gullo dumps it down. That'll be an icing call with 1:12 to go in the third. 3-2, PD in the lead, and I am guessing Danbury is going to call their timeout here. Well, they didn't there. They got everybody over to the bench, and it looked like a very quick whiteboard session, but nope, now they call the timeout. Trying to get maximum rest for the players. So not a big surprise there. We are indeed back at it again tomorrow night. .7:15 puck drop, 7 o'clock on the pregame show. Face-off when we resume will be to the left of Ricardo Gonzalez. He and Matt Sells having a chat. If you didn't catch our IceCats Insider with Sales, it was actually a fun conversation, but I asked him, what's it like when it's you and the other goaltender, whether you're on the bench or you're on the ice, what's being said? And, you know, we kind of covered a few scenarios. I said, boy, I'd be tempted to tell dad jokes, but I suppose all situations have their moments. All right, face off to the left of Gonzalez, 6-on-5. Hat-trick's net is empty. Danbury wins the face-off. Shot is blocked by Zajac as he fronts that one with the old shin pads. Razilov does clear it to center. Houston Wilson trying to get to the puck, attacking all the way into the zone as it's taken behind the net. Danbury Legkov will loop back with it. He'll go behind the net, come out the right side, try to build some speed through the neutral zone. Feeds it on the wing. Belfay turns it around in the glass, and Gonzalez stays put. Fed back into the corner. Legkov with Zajac on him. 38 seconds to go in regulation. 3-2 PD. Kept in up top by Danbury. Over one time, ripped wide. Oh my goodness, that one almost took out Belfay as he went tumbling to the ice. Puck on the back of the net. We get a whistle because they blow that one dead. Adrian in for this critical face-off. They tie up on the dot. Puck still there. Great job by PD, and they come out with it and get it over the line. 14 seconds to go. Tied up in front of the Danbury bench. Hattricks trying to move away with a big hit there. Knocks down a couple of players. It's pushed in. 4 seconds. Danbury's going to run out of time. PD wins. It's their third in a row. Legkov is tied up with McGill Diaz, and now Lord shoving in there. He and Ruptsov on the glass with the linesman between them. But they separate, and the IceCats win. 3-2 your final. Time for us to go to post-game show mode. Brought to you by Gorgat Distilling. We're going to take a quick break, come back with reaction from down at ice level. We'll go through the scoring. We'll take a final look back at the out-of-town scoreboard and more coming your way. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Margarita's Mexican Restaurant, where every dish is a celebration of taste. Tomlinson Sales. Get your PD IceCat apparel here. 7 locations to serve you. Something to Remember Wedding Productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told. And the official video graphic designer for the PD IceCats.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes, bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
For more than 85 years, Tomlinson Sales Company has proudly served customers across South and North Carolina. As a proud partner and the official outlet store of your PD IceCats, stop by to check out exclusive IceCats merchandise, plus an ever-changing inventory that makes Tomlinson a must-stop destination. Visit them at 1309 East Palmetto Street in Florence and discover the PD's hometown store. Tomlinson Sales Company, where great service, trusted brands, and community pride come together. That's Tomlinson Sales Company, 85 years strong and still serving the Carolinas.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings, we've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories, it deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to Remember Wedding Productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
IceCat fans, join us Thanksgiving weekend as the IceCats take on the Blue Ridge Bobcats Wednesday, November 26th, followed by a weekend series with the Columbus River Dragons.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. Put it in the books, 3-2 for the PD IceCats as they take their now traditional picture with the team at center ice, the victory picture. The boys have turned this into a bit of a tradition here that every time they do a win, doesn't always have to be at center, but they take a creative team photo or just a different team photo, and they celebrate the win. We'll be getting our 3 stars coming up here in just a little bit. And tomorrow night, it's the return of Dominic's Marcinkiewicz. It is our pet appreciation night. It's going to be a great night here, and certainly Danbury closer to a win tonight than they were on Wednesday night. I can only imagine they're going to carry a little bit of frustration and a little bit of carryover into that game coming up tomorrow night, 7:15 p.m., of course, 7 o'clock on the pregame show here. Let's go back over the scoring in this one for you back in the first period. Getting on the board first, believe it or not, it was Danbury. They opened the scoring. Josh Newberg at 5 minutes into the contest with an assist from Tomasi, and Frandudo made it 1-0. But back comes PD. At 12:03, the first goal, Charlie Bedard in from the right point. Wilson and Rivers the assist. Followed up by Lord, a power play goal at 14:52 with assists going to McGill, Diaz, and Marcin Kevics. Then the final goal for PD, 1:16 into the second period, scored by number 18, Vadim Frolov from Wilson, and also Nick Gullo. And then at 8:12, the final goal of the game, Anton Rubtsov made it a contest with an assist from Alexander Legkov. 8:12 made it 3-2, but that's as close as they would get. Let's go down to the ice for the 3 stars of the game tonight. Charlie Bedard, 3rd star.
Your 2nd star of the game with the goal tonight is 17th of the season, number 16, Trevor Lord. And your 1st star of the game with 2 assists, ladies and gentlemen, number 17,
So Bedard, Lord, and Houston Wilson. And Joanne Bethea is going to have a word with him down there at ice level. Let's see if we can pick this one up.
showing up every night, continue to get better and better. I appreciate it. And you guys do the same thing for us. Thank you.
All right. Hopefully Joanne's going to be able to grab a word with Houston here in just a little bit. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will see if we can get a word with Wilson down on the ice. So stay tuned. There's more coming your way in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
At the law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The law office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life.
Coach, first, congrats on a tough win. How were your guys able to pull this one out?
Well, I think, we played a really good game. The biggest issue we had was we could have put them away in the second period. We had, I think, 4 or 5 breakaways. We had a 3-on-1 rush. Great job getting the points, but we got to find a way of getting that killer instinct going. I think the biggest thing is we had a chance to put them away. We let them hang around, and again, they make it a 1-goal game, which, again, it should have not been a 1-goal game. So, again, we just got to find a way of closing out games a little bit earlier.
You mentioned finding that killer instinct. How do you, as a coach, help them find it?
Well, it's just, again, their goalie played well. He made some big saves. Again, we had several breakaways, 3-on-1 rushes. We had some really good grade A chances. I think the shots were probably 0-1, I think, if you look at the scoring chances, too. So you got to tip your hat to their goaltender. But overall, again, I think we got to do a better job on the power play, making sure we make the most of our opportunities.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach, and congratulations.
Thanks,
All right. Thanks, Joanne. As head coach Gary Graham joining us here in the post game. And always great to hear from Gary. And you know what? It's always great to win. 3-2 win here tonight. As now it's 3 in a row. Hey, that's a streak, right? Win streak in progress for the IceCats. Let's take a final look back at the out-of-town scoreboard here as we look through the FPHL and a full night of action on a Friday night here. Also some NHL, the Winter Classic going on today. We'll get to that. All right, well, it was an overtime come-from-behind win for the Port Huron Prowlers, 4-3 tonight over the Indiana Sentinels. Speaking of tie games, 3-3, Binghamton and Watertown. That game is in the third period. Zydeco 3, Rock Lobsters 2 at the end of 2. Monroe 5-3 leading the Columbus River Dragons. That one is at the end of the second period as well. 2-2 tie between Topeka and Biloxi. That one just about to start the third period. Winter Classic right now, the New York Rangers out in front of the Florida Panthers 3-0 midway through the second period in that one. Final from earlier today, Blues 4, Golden Knights 3, and a couple of late starts tonight. Kraken at Canucks Wild at the Ducks. World Junior Hockey. Unfortunately, Team USA was eliminated today by Finland in overtime in the quarterfinal. And right now, Canada riding a 5-goal first period against Slovakia. They are up 5-0 halfway through the second period of that one. College football for you. Well, at the half, my Arizona Wildcats not doing so well. 24-0 SMU over number 17 Arizona at the Trust and Will Holiday Bowl. Also at the half, Wake Forest 15-9 over Mississippi State at the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Earlier today, the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Texas State 41-10 over Rice. And the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Navy won that one 35-13 over Cincinnati. That's going to do it for us here from Florence Center, but we are back at it again tomorrow night. Hope you can come back and join us for that one as well. Looking forward to having you here. The final game of this 3-game set against Danbury. Can PD pull off the sweep? Come on back and find out. 3-2 your final tonight with the win. Another 3 points in the books for the IceCats. For Joanne Bethea, for my crew here, production crew, and everybody else, we thank you for tuning us in, and we will talk to you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. from here at Florence Center. This is Tom Callahan saying good night.